They're celebrating straight away with a great deal of
it is 100% straight away. Yep, still throwing, no temper.
up style, relax, and entertain, travel. Co-caller this afternoon, here we Jack Hudson. Of course, Salo, I'm thinking we good game 12 with Warren, Bansdale, Maverick, Snowy, Drew.
I really wanted to see make sure it's a bit of outside games into the Maverick. The Toronto games, this game's last week, we should they're going to shake up this competition. I don't think they'll play finals, but they'll definitely have a big say in who plays the finals.
Just last week's game, it have to be the Maverick fees relevant, the way they have to be as long as we're making
grand final with after winning the 45-game winning sequence. Involved in the grand final. As there's a phrase, that's a peak relevant just to a solitary goal for the remaining three quarters. There's a huge difference.
Yeah, certainly is. Let's welcome Annie Howe into the commentary this afternoon. Annie Howe joins us. All thanks to Carpet Country. Annie, how are you today? Going well. What can you tell us from ground level? Where have you been? Who's dragging their feet at it? Is it the boys or the girls?
I'm sure there's a lot more than going
Under the commission. Yes, that's true. Towards the entrance, Travis and that favours kicking goals on this top side, doesn't it?
No, absolutely. It's a cracking day. Round 5, perfect conditions. Even before this late, we're going to see we're going to have these sort of conditions. This is finals.
this is the best I've seen all round for a long time. It's come up a treat too, but don't forget though, it does pick up the wind, does pick up the level as well. You see what it does. Just take a visit. At the same time, both sides have got exposures in regards to any issues with
Today's game between the Tigers and Leongatha. We're going to get into our pre-game just after this one with the Leongatha side. But what are your thoughts on today's conditions? Who will suit the team that can get on top of the ground and run and carry perhaps, or do you think the might be with our defensive surround?
sale as well. They cover everything from the spare bedroom to the local hospital, the Morwell project. Check out Tyler as well, their new tile range. Sourced from finest suppliers. Some of the I lost Rich Road because of the sale of the dress. Goals of the day, we love ours and we're at the day like today, we're going to get some special.
We definitely are stuck to, and there's some outfielders from both sides as well. So I reckon there's a big chance today, Taylor Drew, if he doesn't pick up on the run, we're all going to know about it. He likes to go chomp chomp. If he doesn't do that,
He ran into me. Now, made a point. I was probably maybe 15 metres away from the fence. He was walking around the fence, and he came off his line and walked past me a metre away from me.
he's struggling too.
He said, "G'day, Scott."
He's just kept it in early as well, but there's a lot of players in the same calibre as Billy. We look forward to some really cracking goals.
Right, let's give it a break. Here's Gippsland Live on TRFM, and it's our pre-game show. I might head out. I might just go out. You guys take control of the commentary box. You'll do the welcome back after our little break. I might go and see if I can have a chat with some of the volunteers, the ladies, and the cake stall. Come back, we'll do the back touch, and then so we go. I'll send Andy back up here.
So is it the Jacob Day next as well?
You will do it. Yeah. Oh, check that out, boxer. God damn it.
A good cake stall over there, mate.
yeah, I know. I've already had 4 days, haven't I?
Hey, can I grab a mic check when you come through? No worries. We'll see if he remembers.
Well, I'll just have a quick run down the reserves game here, Darryl, and we'll throw that to play. So see what you can find. Currently in the reserves, it's all 2-4-16 to 10-17, 77. So the one side game out here in the reserves in favour of Leongatha. Paul Carter.
Just had a look on my computer during the week at least, and the Fox Footy boys have come up with a thing they call a premiership window, where they rank teams according to points for and points against, and of course the teams that have got the most points for and the least points against rank higher than others. Around last year, the two teams that were in the premiership window were actually drilled in Leongatha, so 14 rounds out of that region. So I thought I'll apply it to this year and see where we go. Actually, it's a little bit surprising because Leongatha, the team that's been contested their last 8 grand finals, currently it's just outside that premiership window. The 3 teams that are inside, Morwell, and Maggie, which would be quite sensational if that turned out to be this year's grand finals.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to come back to the call. We've got Darryl there now with one of the assistant coaches of Morwell. Darryl. Stroke the barrel, have we, today?
End of the reserves game. Leongatha comfortable winners.
People have volunteered their time and much like them back in. The form side has been reserve ball. Reserves game is Leongatha, almost with Leongatha going from it as well. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but look, those two things, Leongatha far too short.
Back up here, boys.
I think they were very ready with the people that were actually moved up there to
And it is a great ground level as well, which I'll be there for this afternoon. Of course, getting amongst it, but yeah, it is. You can dive in as well. You can pop after the footy, the match this morning. A little bit breaking news there about there from that this morning. Bounces
great, no, just not joking.
But today.
Professionals on the limit. Okay, so it's all about putting the good better. Now what are better than dancers on a piano? Two lips on board.
Okay, well, musical jokes. They're in the top five. Tigers, well, they're about to back after their 2 losses. Best side of the last decade. Beautiful day for football. Great to have your company across Gippsland Valley. That's been our pre-game. The first quarter's coming out after the break. So thanks to Harvey Norman's betting in Gippsland.
He's taking his boots already. He's taking his boots already.
Don't fret too much about that. this afternoon. If you are joining us across Gippsland in the Valley, if you're watching on the screen or you're here at the game, when we look at the Tigers, we see there's a big sash. It is, of course, the BCNA network kick round. The netball girls are wearing all pink. There's some big fundraisers happening all afternoon. We've spoken to a lot of people here at Morwell with the cake store, but we're looking forward to the action out on the ground as well. Because the Tigers, they lost the last 2 games. Boy Bailey was looking for that ball that they found early in the season. They don't want to go 3 losses in a row, and they want to prove they belong in the top 3. Parrotso also coming off a big loss. Last week, I wasn't in that transition swing. They looked a little bit below par. Of course, but all colours done. Write them off at your own peril. A huge game for both sides today. And it is a Morwell taking on the Leongatha. My name's Daryl Cooling, and joining me is my co-caller this afternoon, Daniel the Beast Hutchison, the first time in the co-pilot seat. Beast, how are we, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. And what better person to get next to than yourself, the best in the business. And you're second best, Nick, until I have a crack today. But we'll see how that goes. Now, great to be here. It's an absolute cracking day today. And we're going to expect some really good football, I think.
Who wins, Beast, and by how much?
Look, my heart says Morwell, my head says Leongatha. I think if Morwell can get deep penetration and keep it away from the half-back line of Leongatha, I think they're going to have a good chance to win. But in saying that, if Leongatha get hold of that footy, we know how well they can control it. So I'm going to go Morwell by a very narrow margin, and it'll be less than a goal. 5 points.
All right. Beast for Carpet Country. No, it's a boxer for Carpet Country this afternoon.
Wow.
Got to
You
use
can't do the whole lot, mate.
No, he can't, but he probably could, actually. Good to have you back, though, Box.
Yeah, it's great to be back, Scott, and I'm looking forward to a game. 2 sides that play very similar style of footy as well. I love to run and carry, and it's just going to be lightning quick. Hopefully we're going to have a shootout as well. So for me, I reckon Moore will win by 1 point.
Wow. And, of course, the key stats for Gippsland Ozuzu, Paul Carter's here.
Big stat last week was that Leongatha lost all 4 quarters. First time since round 4 2018 that they've done that. Most un-Leongatha-like. I think they'll be back on their game and they'll win by 15 points.
All right, first quarter for Metricon Homes is underway. For what it's worth, Tigers win by 2 for me. Musil and Warren will take the ruck duties, and Warren taps it straight down to Rosado. And quickly wrapped up by Marriott tackle.
2 big bulls in the middle of the ground, Rosado and Marriott. Looking forward to that contest all afternoon.
So Musil again will go at it. Warren again taps it down. McFarlane squeezed a handball out. Only just. Tanker Rosado's there. Got boot to ball. Humes there for the Parrots. Had 1 fumble. Handballs over the top. Cooling has it. In a little bit of traffic. Can he get a handball out? No, he can't. He got a kick away. He's been pinged for holding the ball. No prior opportunity. The free kick's going to go Marriott's way.
So Tom Marriott has the ball at half back. He goes inboard and finds Aaron Heppel. Bit of a slow build up here for the Gather, I think. He's going to go wide. Far wing, and finds Travis Nash out there on the wing. Comes back inboard to Harding. His kick's ineffective, but still finds a target in Forrester. And he goes inboard and ran down by Isaac Abbas. And Morwell look to get going really quickly through the midfield. Tyler Hillier goes inside 50, looking for Brandon McDonald, trailing just ever so slightly. Leongatha poised through Cade Maskell, and he goes long. Centre wing, looks for the boundary, finds it. Look for a throw in right in front of the coach's box.
Yeah, interesting matchups here too for the Tigers. Isaac Abbas finds himself in the goal square, so the main ruckman right now is Dan Musil. So interesting way they're just going to try and stretch that Leongatha back line.
Musil taps it down, gets out the back. Humes there, so is Drew. Got around Rosado. On the left foot, close to the boundary line, but straight down Cooling's throat. And he takes the mark. He looks up. Is the switch on? He hasn't even looked that way. The umpire's going to get called to play on now. The kick down the line will be towards McDonald. He's got a couple to beat. Little shove in the back will be the free kick to McDonald. And half forward flank. Abbas down there with... Now he's got the mismatch. Westaway has to go with him, but McDonald wants someone to come at him. Gray will be the target. No real movement, so 2 kicks that have just been stagnant. Quigley will fly at the back. Can't complete it. Maskell's there. Hume, though, squeezed a handball to Maskell. Now to Nash. They get it further to Bent Valzen. He sold some candy and a good handball to big ruckman in Warren, and now gives it to Nash. Good tackle there by Cooling to cause the errant kick. McFarlane gets around 1. Right foot kick. Goes McDonald's direction. Maskell with a big fist. Comes to ground level. We'll see a boundary throw in.
Fantastic play then by Maskell as well. A lot of pressure was on then too, so he's stuck in a one-on-one with the dangerous McDonald there as well. But Cooling, geez, he started the game really well. He's finding himself forward, but he is really lagging back as well, helping out defensively too.
So the umpire throws in. It's Abbas going to do the duties against Warren for Leongatha. Abbas probably just got the chocolates there. Hillier tries to get the ball away. She's a little bit scrappy in there at the moment. There's a few players around the ball. McFarlane gets a kick inside 50. No one really there for the Tigers. And it looks like Westaway. Westaway gets a kick outside 50. Kicks long, finds Argento out on the wing. He's managed to push his player under the ball, but Tigers are there in numbers. And it looks like, Jensen Garnham's pushed right up the ground. Gets a handball inside. Ty Hall has now got the ball and he's pushed it a little bit wide out towards the netball side of the ground. Fair shove in the back. Umpire didn't see that, but Leongatha go inside 50 and finds Aaron Heppel right in front, 15 out, box.
This is where they're very dangerous too, Leongatha. You keep making those errors, especially inside their forward 50. They're going to hurt you inside. So the kick was perfect. The build-up was just as good as well, and it's in the safe hands at the moment of Aaron Heppel.
And Heppel goes back, does what Aaron Heppel does. Slots that for the first for Leongatha.
So the pressure's been on a little bit too here, and it was a little bit scrappy as well, where we've seen the ball being forced down the line by both sides. But it was just that build-up from defensive 50, set up by Sean Westaway as well. They just got the ball on the outside, and they just damage you really hard to the Leongatha side when they get this opportunity as well. So there's the first one for the Parrots.
That was Leongatha's first inside 50 up against Morwell's 4. And at the 4-minute mark, Leongatha lead on the Metrican home scoreboard. 1 goal straight, 6 to Morwell yet to score.
Boxer, just when the Tigers had the footy, do you think they're trying to sort of, they're nothing really on, they're not presenting, or there's maybe one option, but they need 3 or 4
They need 3 or 4, especially with BMAC being pushed up the ground. Isaac Abbas is the one they should be aiming for if they've got to start moving that ball a lot quicker than what they have.
He does some work in the middle now, and the free kick's going to go Heppel's way. Quickly gives a handball off now to Sovereign. The outlet kick to Harding finds him. They close the gap on the wing for the Parrots. Harding looks up, left foot kick to half forward. Does get over the back. Argento's there. Have to go back, running onto this is Garnham. There's Warren, gathers on the boots, going to dribble, and Linton says, I'll help it over for a minor score. Metricon home scoreboard, that is. Love where you live.
7-point lead to Leongatha with their goal and behind, 1-1-7.
So Walsh will look to go to the outer side. Has a bounce, only you've travelled 5 metres before he had that bounce, and nice kick. And finds Boyd Bailey outer side, defensive 50 for the Tigers. They trail by 7 at the moment. Again, nowhere to go, so the high kick down the line. This is not going to work if you're playing against Leongatha, because Masker will do that all day, every day. However, there's a free kick going to Galea. They're lucky.
They're very lucky then too, and you're right, they're going to play straight into his hands, Maskell. He'll have a field day if they keep kicking down the line, because he'll just read the play beautifully.
And another kick down the line. This one's a beautiful one, though. A little bit of space for McDonald to work into. Rolls around on the right boot. Goes inside forward 50. Gray will have the last go at it. However, Bent Valsen in the front spot takes the mark. And just nearly reversed it.
Nearly. So Ben Valsen comes across the ground to the far pocket and finds Hume. Hume will just stroll out of the back 50 and dump kick long straight down the line, grandstand side, and finds Taylor and Brill. Shiny boots on for Brill. He loves it. Kicks it long down the line. Looking for Jensen Garnham, who was sort of just nudged on the ball by Linton. Very well done, but picked up by Rosado. He handballs out. Under pressure was Cohen Campbell. Handballs come back through the midfield through Rosado. Cohen Campbell's involved again. Abbas is involved. Little handball over the head. All by hands by the Tigers, and they eventually get a kick forward. Straight down the line to Maskell, and he'll just do what he does and mops up. Down the line, and we find the boundary line.
Geez, the Tigers worked hard for those possessions then too. It was the overlap handball, but just under pressure each time, and the kick in the end fell back into Maskell's hands. So they've just got to get that part of their game a lot better now.
Boundary throw in true centre wing. Out of the air where there was Heppel. Nicely done by Quigley. Gives it back to Hillier on the left this time to open space. McDonald, good. Spoiled by Bent Valsen. Although Harding gets front and square and wins it. Gives it to Marriott in the middle of the ground. Left it behind. Galea's there. Got runners. Gives it by hand to McFarlane. Chip over the top. Does it find Gray? Not quite. The Tigers have got numbers everywhere. They've got to work their way through it. Anderson said, I'll grab it and put it through behind the stick. I know it was a split-second decision, but he had hands on.
He had 4 or 5 plays front of the ball as well, so the handball over the top would have been probably the best way he should have gone then to Anderson.
More scores come at the 6-minute mark, 1 behind 1 point, trailing Leongatha 1-1-7, Metricon home scoreboard.
So Maskell has the ball. He's just going to trot out. Short kick to about the 50 and the boundary line. And he finds Sovereign. Sovereign, nice and collected and calm, kicks across ground, a little bit dangerous, but it comes off and finds Harding. They've switched the ball all the way to the other side of the ground. Forrester now has it, comes in board, finds Harding again. So a bit of a receive. Harding goes inboard. Looks for Luke Bowman. He can gather. A little bit sloppy, but he does the job. They get hands through Marriott inside. Pressure's on by Morwell, but Bowman can find some space and get a handball away. And they're going to go inside 50 again. Can they find a target? They can.
Free kick.
But it is Harry McCall for the Tigers. He'll take it at centre-half back.
So comes, sold some candy, stepped around Pelicano, goes straight down the middle of the ground, and that is centimetre perfect because it hits Anderson on the chest. Rosado presents up. He goes the longer option. Gray's there, elevates. Good spoil by Westaway. And the Leongatha defence are holding strong. Westaway dragged it in. Umpire said, my ball.
Yeah, well, smart play by Westaway as well. He just, he stood his ground. McCall, just a little bit of, sorry, not McCall, it was young Gray. Just a little bit of lack of experience there on the one-on-one.
Willis grabbed it out of the ruck, didn't get purchase on it. Rosado down at ground level, fighting for it. Anderson's there. Clean pick up there was from Sovereign. Gave it to Harding. Left foot kick out of defence for the Parrots to the wing. Linton flies too deep. Well roved by Argento. He's got a runner in Lammers. Gets around the would-be tackler. And another one. Sold some candy. Back by hand to Pelicano. Inboard to Marriott. Pelicano runs onto it. Gets the left foot chiselling kick to Brell. Finds him. 55 metres out from goal.
Don't rot him off here, Scud.
Too far out. Going to chip it over the top. The presenting Garden, one hand, doesn't complete it. Has to go back and fight with Linton. Squeezed a handball out to Bailey. Goes back to Abbas. The Tigers under pressure. Switching kick to Galea. Heppel closes. It's a 50-50 contest. Galea stands and wins the contest in the end. Inboard handball to the first game of Gazara. Now off to Hillier. By hand, chip kick inboard to McFarlane. Tigers got some room. McFarlane nearly gets run down. Anderson has to come back and meet it. Gives a handball to Walsh. Back to Anderson. Can they find someone? It is. Leake will be the target and takes the mark. 55 out. Looks inboard. And the presenting target. That's a lovely kick to Gray. Well weighted. That's better from the Tigers.
Much better footy, Scud, by the Tigers then too. We've got a hurt player in the middle of the ground. They're calling for trainers at the minute too. Looks like it could be Zach Anderson after that kick that initially found the inside 50, or is it Sam Walsh? So it's either one, but the build-up there by the Tigers was great. What I did like about Gray's lead then too, he just led into the fat side as well, but the kick was just absolutely perfect too. So he stayed committed to the ball, where on the other end of the ground, Jensen Garnham, his attack on the ball was completely the complete opposite.
Tigers trail by 6, but a shot on goal coming. 10-minute mark, first quarter for Metricon. Holmes, Gray. Oh, it's a wobbly, ugly punt. And with those, they miss.
2 behinds, 2 points. Morwell and Metricon home scoreboard. They trail Leongatha by 5 points. The Parrots sitting on 1-1-7, coming up to the 11-minute mark of the first quarter.
Big moment, all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. $25 pot and Palmer. The Tigers had these shots early last week and missed them, and it cost them.
Yeah, big time they did, Darryl. As Cade Maskell comes back out of full back and finds Mitch Ben Velzen. He comes inboard. Haven't really gained any territory, and the ball is now with Kim Drew. He's still inside defensive 50. And it's still going to be inside defensive 50. He finds Cade Maskell nearly back where it started from. Maskell switches the ball to the far pocket, finds Westaway. Westaway's a little bit of a grubby kick, but finds his man in Paddy Island, who's pushed right up the ground to get involved. He goes long to the outer wing. It is marked and intercepted by Aidan Quigley for the Tigers. He comes inboard, finds Stephen Mills for the Tigers. He looks to go quick, looks for Cooling, couldn't try and hit him. Cooling does well. He just pushed Maskell off the ball, and he's in there fighting young Cooling. Must take after his dad, no doubt. Abbas is in there, gets a hand away. Tank Rosado pumps one from 50. That's offline as well.
So these little errors here are going to be just something that they're going to be talking about at quarter time. Tim Darby pre-game spoke about these little lulls they have in quarters. These little lulls at the moment, they've had all the play, are starting to hurt the Tigers.
Leongatha leading by 4 points at the 12-minute mark, first quarter.
Maskell comes to the near side. Humes the target. Cooling's got a spoil. Couldn't win the contest, and now Humes got out the back, and he runs and delivers to half forward. Brill's the target. Over his head. It's a foot race. 2 speedsters. Brill and Campbell. Campbell closes. Well done by Brill. Twisting, turning. Handballs to Hume. Under pressure from Mills. And we're going to stoppage. Tigers do well to stop that one.
It's clangers. There's a lot of clangers in this game at the moment, just through the handball game that they're all trying to play.
I think Morwell are just overusing it by hand. They just need to get some ball on foot and get the ball forward.
Willis tapped it down. Drew's not going anywhere. In a Rosado tackle, holding the ball. Gee, they're quick on that one.
That was super quick, Scott.
Yep, no prior opportunity. Rosado looks up. really want to go on the inside forward 50. And this is what Leongatha want you to do, to kick high down the line, because this guy will do it all day. And if they haven't watched any footage for the Tigers, well, they're doing something wrong. Maskell, how many marks has Maskell taken so far?
3, but 2 of them intercepts.
Yep. Chip kick over the top to Sovereign. They've got to switch at the Tigers. They've just got to use the angles.
Yep, and they're just going down the line every time. They're going to just keep getting picked off.
Sovereign handballs forward to Lindsay. Gives it back to Sovereign. Left foot kick straight down Mills's throat. And they're giving them looks too, Leongatha. Inboard kick. This would be better for the Tigers. To Anderson. This is exactly how you do it. Campbell. Now to Gazara. In the middle. Look for a handball over the top to Quigley. Right in the middle of Morwell Rec Reserve. Twisting and turning. He goes back by hand to Rosado. Rosado looks up, goes short to Hillier. Can't complete the mark. Drew's there. A contest. Lindsay squeezes a handball to Marriott. Marriott ducks back. Inboard. They've got numbers through Hall. And Hall can take the mark in the middle.
And Hall does do that. He goes inside 50 once again for Leongatha. And he looks for Brill, who is very well spoiled by Burr, I think it was, out there on the far side of the ground.
Oh, gee, they're hot on this.
I was about to say he's caused a stoppage there, Burr, but he's actually paid Taylor Brill for holding the ball, maybe dragged it in.
It's the one where they go to ground, isn't it? They're really hot on there.
And we've definitely seen that already today. Players go to the ground, you're out of the contest. So Maul have switched the ball in the meantime through Mills, down the line to McDonald. So he's got the ball on their half-back flank, finds Zach Anderson, centre wing. Zach Anderson's presenting quite well, I must admit today, boys. Okay. He goes very penetrating down to Tyler Hillier, who does find his man inside 50, and that is Tom Gray. So Tom's got an opportunity.
Much better build-up, again, by the Tigers. This is when the players are actually deciding to move, though. If they move, make that ground up, they're actually forcing Leongatha, and they're making Leongatha look flat-footed because of the movement. And it all started from the half-back line as well. So that quick movement, Zach Anderson's leading up game today so far has been perfect. So Gray now has to finish the hard work.
37 marks taken between the two teams, 20 to Leongatha, 17 to Morwell. Only 2 have been contested.
So Tom Gray right behind him. So we've got a perfect look at this shot. He's pushed it a little bit to the left, but I reckon that's going to come around beautifully to the right. Tom Gray, take your hat off. Beautiful kick. Made amends to the last one. Mauler on the board.
Yeah, nice little finish then too by Gray. We were right behind that too, and the ball just did its angle work perfectly for a great finish then too. But again, it's just the stat then that Paul Carter just spoke about is that possession game. Both sides want to play that type of game, but it's the ones that are costing them are the clangers early. So now it was a good finish there by the Tigers. They just got to have a repeat one now.
And Morwell hit the front for the first time at the 15-minute mark of the first quarter. Metric on home scoreboard has the Tigers 139, leading Leongatha 117.
Tigers have to use the middle of the ground.
Have to.
Leongatha are playing well at the moment and stretching him out wide. For the Tigers to get momentum and going inside forward 50, you've got to use the middle. No one can really win it from the stoppage. Now Rosado comes in to McFarlane. Sold nice candy. And now got space in front. Delivers to Quigley, who can mark in front of Westaway. Open forward line if they go quick. McDonald doubles back. Bailey's been dumped behind the plate.
Has to be quicker than that.
Yep. And now from 51 metres is going to put it on the line and away across for a minor score.
3-point lead to Morwell. They are 1-4-10, leading Leongatha 117. Metric on home scoreboard 16 and a half played.
It's all good and well if you're going to have a shot from there, but they need to go quick from that position into the ground ball because Leongatha will just flood back and kick it straight into the tops of Maskell's hands. So speaking of Maskell, comes back out of full back and just pumps it long, straight down towards the wing, far side of the ground here at the Rec Reserve in Morwell. Comes in board by hands through Lammers, who goes inside forward 50. Tries to look for Brill, who got a little bit caught behind his opponent there, and now he's wrapped up in a tackle. We're going to get a ball up, just about 45 out.
Sorry,
Leongatha's goal box.
There's a bit of an injury concern here for the Parrots too. Sean Westaway's just come off. I reckon he's holding his hammy as well. Looking to get a bit of treatment from the trainer. But he does look a little bit tight in that left hammy.
Rosado's kick was smothered, and it allowed the Parrots to go inside forward 50. Free kick's going to go against the Tigers here for a chopping of the arm. And it's going to go in the way of Garnham. So Linton just getting over the shoulder there. And Jensen Garnham's going to have a shot from about 45. So Westaway's one of their key backs too on probably Gray or McDonald throughout the course of the game. So that's going to be a big loss. They might have to just restructure that. He's getting work on that hamstring in front of us.
And the Tigers, and I'm sure they have, their coaching staff need to identify that has happened for Leongatha because this again highlights why they're going to need to go quick and use their ball movement.
So Jensen Garnham, 17 3/4 minutes in the first quarter for Metricon Homes. Normally a lovely kick of the football, this time across the face, and he's just pushed it. Metricon's more love celebration is on now.
Leongatha 1-2-8, trailing Morwell 1-4-10.
So Sam Walsh has the ball. Sam Walsh, my apologies to his family. Comes inside, looks for Dan Musel. He spilled it, Dan Musel, and it's caused a turnover, and Big Pelicano grabs it straight out of mid-air, slots it on the left foot. Not ideal for the Tigers there, Box.
Nah, look, again, another little fundamental mistake then too, but it was a great goal by Pelicano. For a big fella as well, he might be our first contender there for the Zambaro goal of the day so far, because he had to turn back onto his left foot and slot it through, and he's normally not the most accurate kick at goal either. So great little reply then too by the Parrots.
Taking Leongatha back into the lead. We've played 18 minutes in the first quarter, and on the Metricon Homes scoreboard we had the Parrots at 2-2-14, leading Morwell 1-4-10.
First game for the year for Dan Musel. Played a couple of games in the reserves, back to full fitness. Just taking a little bit of time to get his feet, and now Warren taps it down. Bailey off the back there, although he ran into a Galea as well coming off the wing. The quick kick goes inside 50. Linton does way to slap it out. They have to fight for it, the Tigers. Nice work by the Parrots to lock it in at the top of the 50.
Sure, the inside 50s are at the moment. I dare say they favour Morwell.
They do, 11-8.
So stoppage. Big tap there by Musel. Drew put his head over it, so did Rosado. Gives a handball back to Musel. Now the kick to half forward. Body work was okay there by Nash, but McDonald off the back gives it to at his toes of Anderson. He's up to it though, shrugs the shoulder, handballs over the top to McDonald. Inboard they 50, only just. Maskell comes in, they drag it in. McDonald sits on it. Umpire this time says my ball. I can't pick it at the moment.
And so with Westaway off the ground now, Isaac Abbas puts himself in the goal square, so we've got a massive mismatch right now. He's been picked up by Tim Sovereign. So it's about a foot difference between both players.
So stoppage right on the 50 from ball.
Tackle.
Rosado comes out of absolutely nowhere and just nails a tackle. Can't see who it is because he's still standing over the top of him. I think it was Travis Nash. So Rosado's got an opportunity now to line up. He'll have to kick from all 50 metres, I would think.
13 disposals, 5 clearances, 2 centre clearances this quarter.
He's absolutely getting to work, is Tank Rosado.
It's the hard work he does inside that doesn't get rewarded either. So he's had a powerful first quarter so far.
Has he got the leg?
Yep.
I think he does.
Rosado, 48, absolutely thumps it through the middle.
Beautiful kick.
And if you don't
He's
mind,
happy.
The double cobra.
He's done the double cobra, and he can too. With guns like that, he can do what he wants.
I tell you, he's a beast inside as well. And you know what? We've got the luxury of sitting up here watching this today. We've got Bowman, Rosado, Marriott, Drew in the middle of the ground. So if you're doing something at home and listening to the broadcast, get down here as well. Bring your radio so you can keep listening. But I'll tell you what, you're on for a show here in the midfield.
So the lead changes again. Third lead change for the quarter. 21 minutes played, and on the Metricon Home scoreboard, Morwell 2-4-16, lead at Leongatha 2-2-14.
There's a little bit of confusion there with the Leongatha side too, with rotations. I think with Westaway off at the moment, there's just a little bit of confusion at the minute.
So we're back in the centre. Ball goes up. It's Warren. Takes the chocolates again over Musel. Taps to the advantage of Aaron Heppel, I was about to call him Dyson, but he's won himself a free kick.
Yeah, the ball's going to come back.
Come all the way back to about the half forward on the far side of the ground here at the Morwell Rec Reserve. So Heppel, he will look to dump it inside 50. Who can he find? No one,
Quigley.
Because the umpire has called it back.
Called it
back. For some reason.
Going to Maskell, what?
Which I'm not sure.
No. They tell you, just come around on your mark.
He's confused us all, this umpire. They do a good job, the umpires, even though they confuse us sometimes. But Heppel goes inside 50, he looks for Ireland, and he has found him. That is a great grab by Paddy Ireland. We've seen him play a few times this year. He is more than capable at this level of football.
Sometimes a little bit of luck in footy that goes your way. Heppel's first kick just was a bit of a grubber kick, and it was just going to go. It was going to get quickly
turnover,
and away we go.
Yeah.
But the umpire had to line him up because he was 75 metres out and within range for a goal. But he's put it in the perfect hands of Paddy Ireland. We know what he can do with the footy. We'll see what he can do now.
So renowned goal kicker is Paddy Ireland. First year at Gippsland League with Leongatha. He comes in. Beautiful kicking style.
Oh.
And he has just pushed that across the face for a behind, which is probably not ideal for the Parrots, Paul Carter.
1 point separating the teams on the metric on home scoreboard. Leongatha now 2-3-15, trailing Morwell 2-4-16.
Let's go down to ground level to Addy Howe, all thanks to Carpet Country. What's been happening in the first 20 minutes of play?
Westaway has come off with that hamstring concern and it is not looking good for the boys. He's had a lengthy chat with the physio and he's still sitting down on the bench.
And conditions down there still perfect?
Still perfect, boys. Still no wind at all and it's perfect conditions.
Thanks very much to Addy Howe down at ground level. Ireland now has the kick in. He's going to go back inside forward 50. The big fly up early was Garnham. Give away a free kick when you don't touch it. Brill wants the mark, but he didn't realise that Garnham went up yesterday.
Looks a little bit out of sorts, Jensen Garnham. He hasn't just quite got his groove just yet, but when he does, look out, because we know what he can do.
Bass's inboard kick is dangerous. It's over the head of Burr. Marriott gives it back to Forrester, back to Marriott. They close the Tigers. They go back by hand to Warren, and his kick goes to the outer side. Lammers will come, and going back was Gallier. Ground level nicely done by Campbell. Squeezes the handball to Boyd. Bailey, who can find Zach Anderson on the outer wing. For the Tigers, it's a 1 point margin. Chip over the top to McFarlane. The Tigers lead it. Inboard kick's a good one. Campbell's there. They've got runners everywhere. Oh, the handball missed the target. Ireland's going to swoop on it. Campbell has to undo that bad work. He has to redo his bad work, make up for it. And he put the tackle on, caused the stoppage. They get away with one.
Thought process was perfect. Just the execution was poor.
So we've got a stoppage. Right at true centre half forward for Leongatha, going down towards the town end.
Tigers free kick.
Found a holding free kick, and that's going to go to big fella Isaac Abbas. So he weighs up his options, Abbas, and he decides to push it out the far side of the ground, and he does. He finds Dan Musel, who led really strongly. He looks to go inside 50, bit of a wobbler, has not found his man. It's turned over by Mitch Benvelsen. He goes inboard to Tom Marriott, who then finds Paddy Island on the grandstand side wing. Paddy Island looked to go a little bit further down the ground and find Lammers. It's an inside 50 kick now for Lammers, and that's what he does. Who does he find? No one. Umpire blew his whistle. Wasn't paying anything, though. In the meantime, the Tigers have actually got the ball out the back through Hillier. He tries to take a few on. Got a handball away, the umpire has said. Forrester chips it. Finds Burr for Morwell. They just need to slow the ball down. Kamikaze-style football from both sides right now. Play between the two half forwards. You just need to take a breath. Burr takes on the man on the mark. Pumps one inside 50, right to the top of 50. It's marked right there by Warren for Leongatha.
So 25-minute mark, first quarter, 1 point is the margin. Inboard kick was good to Hall. He's got one on the outer side. It is Argento. He wants the runner to come. Now he does from the back. Gives it across now to Sovereign. Outer wing. Inboard kick, top of the 50 is a good one. Found Bowman. Will play on quickly. Harding, he's a left footer. He's wanting a lead on the fat side, and that's Ireland. Body works good. Over the back of Walsh, takes the mark in front of the deck here at Morwell, and look to get the Parrots back in front.
Just that game of inches, as the siren goes for quarter time as well. Just little mistakes, handballs from the behind and just not hitting their marks. Both sides will be definitely a big talking point for them at quarter time.
So the Tigers lead by a point, but there's a shot on goal coming for Leongatha. Paddy Island, he's had a couple of siders. This is the hardest kick of a lot of them in the first quarter. On its way, right foot kick, and again has pushed it across the face. So at quarter time, scores are all locked up. The Virtue Homes first quarter is done and dusted. 2-4 apiece, 16. Morwell Leongatha, round 5 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. It's quarter time. And this is Gippsland Live on TRFM. We had a quick break and the second quarter coming up. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info.
Time to take a look at the top 5 goals from round 4. At number 1, we kick things off with Trent Baldy here from Moe, just coming off the ruckman's tap nicely and finishing with a delicious snap.
Well rode, Trent Baldy! Exclamation mark!
Number 2, Sheffers is back in the kitchen cooking things up, comes off, gets the hand pass, then delivers a beautiful one.
48 metres, kick on its way. Kick is going through.
Number 3, a really silky, a really smooth balk by Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi, just splits the middle. A brilliant goal. Number 4, Kim Drew here from Leongatha. This is just a good effort. Gets the would-be tackler away. Finishes with a classy, classy snap.
Van Dyke will close. Got through the tackle, did Kim Drew, and good kick.
He's a star.
He is a great player. Kept his feet. Well done.
It's the bouncing Alex Carr here at number 5. Look at him go. 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Then he lines up. Goes bang. The boy from Mafra nailed that one.
Feeling all right. It is quarter time. Leongatha 2-4-16. The Tigers 2-4-16. Scores locked up. Just heard the highlights there for the first quarter. I'll tell you what. That was a big touch. I think I said Dan Hughes said it was one word. I didn't pause. No, it was the beast highlight. First time we had pilot feet. That was the key stat. It's all thanks to the Gippsland Isuzu. The new Isuzu.
Won the clearance is 8-6. Leongatha 3-2 out of the middle. Free kicks went Morwell's way 8-5 in that quarter. Isaac Abbas 3 hit-outs. Dan Musil 2 up against Jacob Warren 7 and Ben Willis 2. So those hit-outs are low numbers, indicating the sort of game that was being played. Anthony Rosado, a huge first quarter. 13 disposals, 5 clearances, 2 of those clearances out of the centre. 7 disposals each to Zach Anderson and Berkeley McFarlane, 4 to Boyd Bailey and a couple to Blake Cooling. Leongatha, main stat winner of the ones we're following, Cade Maskell with 9, 8 to Tom Marriott, 5 to Aaron Heppel, 4 to Nick Argento, 7 to Ben Harding, and just 2 to Kim Drew at this stage.
Thank you very much, Paul Carter. Let's go down at ground level. Addie Howe's been at both huddles at quarter time. All thanks to Carpet Country.
Thanks, Daryl. Leongatha really want to focus on their forwards presenting and composing and waiting for the forwards to push and create separation so that the mids can work really hard to find a key player to hit the target. Morwell really want to make sure that they play dangerous and keep playing dangerous, and they feel that Leongatha only scored off their little mistakes, and the scoreboard really doesn't show how well Morwell really are going, but they just need to compose when they get into their forward 50 and make sure that they hit a target.
Yeah, thanks very much, Addy Howe at ground level. We'll get Boxers' scores in a moment. This second quarter for the Morwell Racing Club is underway. Kim Drew's in there, tackled, missed it, and the umpire said no, play on. That was a whistle out there. Cooling on the outer side, shrugs the tackle, gets a handball away to Campbell, who ran off half back, under pressure from Kim Drew, from Hall it was. And we've got a stoppage. Boxer, around the grounds, quickly.
Yeah, quickly. Sale, 139. They lead Wonthaggi 128.
Rosado from the stoppage gives it to Musil, who gives it to Cooling from 60 out, lowers the eyes, and Bass just got caught behind there. Sovereign was there to handball over the top now to Harding. Harding's handball goes backwards to Nash, comes inboard to Forrester, just got him. As Bailey closed, continue with those scores, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Terrelgan 4-7-31, they lead Warrigal 1-2-8. Bairnsdale 3-1-19 to Mathra, just the 3 points, and Moe 5-3-33 to Druin, 1 straight 6.
So Talumbrell across half back for the Parrots, drives it to the wing. Marriott floats across, just can't complete the mark. Lindsay's there, Rosado cleans him up, got a handball away, did Lindsay, and now the ball with Marriott flicks it over. Lindsay, there's plenty, there'll be a free kick. And it's going to go the Tigers' way, I believe.
I did not see what that's for, but he's pulled that all the way back to that bump where Rosado got Lindsay, but it's actually going Moore's way. So, riddle me that.
Because it was a handball. I don't know who's got the free kick. No Tiger player wants the free kick.
I don't know. Yeah, he's just over here.
It's going to go to Rosado, is it?
Mills or Rosado.
Yeah.
So Rosado's put on a massive bump on Lindsay and he gets a free kick.
Fair bump at that.
It was a fair bump.
Inboard to Musil. Musil's got a handball towards McColl. McColl will just thump his right boot into open space. McDonald's there. Ben Felsen does really well. Ground level Anderson for the Tigers. Gives it a handball to Hillier. Kick was smothered. Play on. And now Maskell grabs it and immediately he gets tackled. My ball up, umpire says.
Twice they've gone inside 50 and twice they've actually overlooked Isaac Abbas. He's got a mismatch in the goal square and they're still poking the ball around to short leads when they should be actually airing it up to Isaac Abbas.
So Abbas and Warren do battle in Moore's forward 50, about 30 out from goal. It's a little bit scrappy and we're going to get a repeat ball up as Isaac Abbas tries to throw his weight around, and I feel like he may have just given a free kick.
I reckon it's the netball whistle, boys, we're hearing. Although, no, you're right, Beast. There's lots of whistles, and I think there's a couple coming from over the way on the netball call. But you are right, that one was a free kick.
So Drew has the ball, back pocket for the Gather side. He comes in board, chiseling little ball, and finds Ben Harding. There's a little bit going on behind play box. Keep an eye on that. A little bit of niggle. It's good to see. Harding pumps his left foot into it, puts it long outside, and finds Big Dan Musil. 2 words box. Comes in board, fights Tank Rosado.
He's had a big quarter in a bit, hasn't he?
Absolutely. He just pops the ball over and finds Coach Boyd Bailey. He handballs in board and goes to McColl, who puts it out wide again and finds Walsh. Walsh goes over by hands. They've made hard work of this, the Tigers, but the pressure is right up. And they've got him for holding the ball. So looks like
they haven't been consistent with this call this afternoon. They've called probably 80% of it. The 20% they have missed were definitely there as well. So they've just got to get more consistent with that call with the umpires.
So McColl wants to go on with the carry on, but it's Boyd Bailey who's going to go to 50. He's going to go straight to the line. Boys are just getting a little bit heated out there, and it's going to cost them a goal for Leongatha because Boyd Bailey's been brought straight to the goal line. And, well, he's not going to miss that, is he?
Nope.
I'm a little bit unsure about the rules there too, fellas. You can just, if you're outside 50, doesn't it go in and not to the line?
Was he inside 50?
Well, was the mark on 50?
Yeah, right on the line.
Might have just been box, yeah.
It was a little bit technical though, but at the same time, Morwell, they worked hard to get that goal, and again, it was just that little bit of decision making with their handballs. They just handball into players and put them under pressure, especially in the 50-50 contest there too. So if they get that part of their game right, they can really break open this game.
Morwell will take the lead once again at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard. The Tigers are 3-4-22, leading Leongatha 2-4-16.
Become a member today, gearing up for their biggest racing season yet. That is at the morwellracingclub.com.au. Second quarter action of round 5 of the Gippsland League. Bass taps it down. Rosado's there. Got a handball out to Anderson. Right in the middle of the Morwell Rec Reserve. They go inside forward 50 again. The Tigers. It lands at feet. Quickly gives a handball to McDonald. Snap around the body. In the goal line there was Gray. Couldn't complete the mark. Leongatha close. Hillier. Twist. Turn. Got a handball away. Can't be clean there was Quigley. Somehow got a handball to Hillier. And now they're squeezing. Now the Leongatha defence close quickly, and they just want to win it. They do. This time through Harding to Forrester, and the outlet kick was okay to Hall.
So Hall has it right on the 50, defensive 50 that is. Puts it long down the wing on the far side of the ground. Good contest there by Mills. He got his fist in and got the spoil on Big Paddy Island. It's going to be a good contest today, I think, boys. Yeah. Mills and Island. So one to watch out for today as the umpire throws the ball up. Bass, Warren do battle. I think Warren may have got that one down, but he gets it down to Boyd Bailey, who throws it on the boot, gets it inside 50. Good contest there by McDonald and Cade Maskell. As they do, these young boys, they bounce back up, and we have found a free kick.
Holton the man, it looked like as well too. He's going to go to Brandon McDonald. Brandon McDonald might have a few nightmares tonight in bed with young Mitch Menvelson. He's been wearing him like a glove all afternoon. So he's got the opportunity though now.
What he is doing though, he's competing really well. So Ben Velson's right on his tail.
It really is, yeah.
And all McDonald needs to do is continue to compete and bring the ball to ground. Seems to be working so far. So McDonald comes in. Shot on goal. Wow. Looks good. Wow. Looks really good. That could be a contender for our goal of the day, thanks to Zambrero.
That's just what they needed to. You just got to make those opportunities count when you're inside 50. So far they've done it this quarter as well. They've had all the play inside their forward 50, the Tigers do. So they've really come out and started the quarter very well. One thing they've done is they've forced Leongatha to kick down the line as well. So now they've been able to compete one-on-one, get the ball to ground level and use their feet, which they do very, very well.
And Morwell have kicked consecutive goals and have had all 5 inside 50s have been the Tigers' way this quarter, and they are now at a 12-point lead on the Morwell Racing Club scoreboard. They're 4-4-28 to Leongatha 2-4-16.
Addy Howe, just confirming Leongatha are down to 3 on the bench.
Yes, they are, boys. I'm pretty sure that is Westaway. He's gone back into the rooms with his hamstring. It's not looking good.
All right, thank you very much for that. So Parrott's down to 1. As we're going to stoppage inside forward 50 for the Leongatha side. 7 minutes into the second quarter for the Morwell Racing Club. They trail by 12 to the Parrots. Tapped out the back. Running onto it is Garnham. Took on a couple of tackles. You think that nearly would be gone, and it will be. The Tigers get a free kick. You can get through one, but if you don't get through the second one, that's pretty much done, isn't it?
As long as they're consistent with the call, Scud, they can keep playing that all day.
Oh, Bailey's kick to Cheffers. Can't complete the mark the first game. It slicks a handball to Mills. They go back by hand to Bailey. A little kick towards Leake is good. And Leake will look up. Down the line is not there. Maskell's all on his own, and he'll read this perfectly. Maskell, although in the front spot, nicely done. Rosado looks up, inboard to Bailey. Has to stand strong. Does just that. He's got a runner in Mills, draws him nicely, gives the handball to Mills, drives it to half forward. Anderson and McDonald. McDonald backpedals, well protected by Anderson. McDonald's left foot upside down drop punt kick's going to go towards the pocket, and Gray takes a strong mark.
Ben Velson's down 2 guys as well. Addy might have to keep an eye on that one too.
Wow, that's huge news.
He looks like a left ankle, I reckon, but don't let Dr. Nick Riviera.
It's actually his right knee box.
Yeah, I was close.
Dr. Nick Riviera.
No, I don't think this is good either, by the way, boys. That's and this is shocking news for Leongatha, as meanwhile Gray runs around and from the boundary line
kicks it,
puts it through, and he says, hold a second, boys, I want the Zambrero today. He's got 2, Tommy Gray.
He's definitely taken it off Brandon McDonald, and that Zambrero is now safely in the hands, unless someone can do a lot better than Gray then. But they took that opportunity as well. We do hope Mitch is okay down there on the boundary line. Addy can sort of fill us in very shortly, but it doesn't look good there for the Parrot player.
And now it's an 18-point lead, definitely a match high in this match at the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Morwell 5-4-34, Leongatha 2-4-16, which was their quarter-time score.
Addie Howe, ground level for Carpet Country.
Thanks, Daryl. It's not looking good at all. They're calling for the stretcher now and they're bringing it out. It is his right knee, so not looking good at all. We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, devastating news for Leongatha. Two of their best defenders have gone down in a half of football here at Morwell. And he's going to try and stand up now, Mitch Bent-Velzen. And no, he just went to put a little bit of pressure on it, and all of a sudden can't walk on it. He's going to get hold off to you. Obviously, no stretcher coming out now. It's just been, he's going to be carried off, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Boxer.
Which means now the play can start again, now that the interchange is going to happen. So
I think
the
they
Morwell
are going
bench
to wait.
Are pretty keen to get the game going, because at the moment the Tigers had all the momentum as well. So this may play into the hands for the Parrots, just to get that little bit of
you do the right thing.
Exactly.
You do the right thing.
By the rules, yes, you can continue play, but I think, out of respect, I think they've done the right thing. Just he's only got to walk off a short distance to be off the ground, so they're going to get him off. The umpires have done well there.
Yep. We'll do some scores while we're waiting through as well, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. Now the umpire's going to bounce the ball, so I'll just do that when we get back to it, Scud.
They haven't had a player go on yet. Now they do finally get Hall on. So Abbas taps it down back to the middle. The Tigers lead by 18 at the moment. Big news, obviously, with Leongatha cooling off the wing. Couldn't take it with him, but he'll get the free kick as Brill got into his back. And Cooling has it right in the middle of the rec reserve. He's got Bailey on. Now he runs himself in a little bit of trouble, gives a handball to Cheffers. Cheffers gets around one, outline board kick is good. Towards Abbas. Abbas turns and goes, and he's going to drive it in. Side forward 50 it goes. McDonald's there. Good spoil this time from Maskell. Front and square was Leake. Gives a handball back to Hillier. Hillier's right foot kick to the goal line. It's going to be 2-on-1. Maskell will come over the back. Can't complete the mark. Gray kept his feet. He's got to shuffle it out to a teammate and put it through. Rosado touched. Ooh. Well done. That's a goal-saving touch there by Cade Maskell. He's going to become the most important player for the Leongatha side this afternoon. Paul Carter.
Leongatha, Morwell 5-5-35, leading Leongatha 2-4-16.
Good little build-up there by the Tigers. A few first gamers getting their hands on the ball, settling the nerves early, which is nice to see. It's Maskell, penetrating ball, chiselling ball out to big Benny Willis. Good to see Benny Willis back out in the ground. He handballs off to Ben Harding, who goes even wider to Jack Hume, who comes back inboard looking for Ireland. Can't find him. Very well spoiled. Handball comes back inside to Brill. Brill, one way, then the next. Tackled as he kicks. Goes inside 50. Looks for his teammate in Jacob Warren, the big ruckman who's gone forward. And we're going to get a ball up. About 40 out from Leongatha's goal, directly in front.
12-minute mark second quarter. Anthony Rosado's on 20 disposals.
Wow.
Gee whiz, Brill from the stoppage, trying to crash his way through McFarlane. And we've got another stoppage. Boxer.
Scud, in the Mikipi, Ballara 2 straight 12 to Foster 5-1-31. Hill End 1-1-7 to Newborough 3-1-19.
Hall wins it from the stoppage, go back by hand to Harding. He's plenty smothered by McCall. Taps it forward to him. Him and Argento chase after it. And he's got support from Leake. Handball over the top? No. He chips it over the top of the air. Nash will come the other way and spoil it. Close to the boundary line. Leake shuffles a handball inboard, and Argento wins the free kick out of side box.
So Nash has now got the job on Brandon McDonald as well. This is where they're going to really hurt them, stretching the height down forward there for the Tigers. So let's see what the coaching staff do now with 2 backmen down for Leongatha.
Chip to Harding. Only just went the required 15. That goes 15 as well to Marriott. On the centre wing, they possess and hold onto the footy to the Parrots. They trail by 19 in the second quarter. Marriott's kick goes 25. Beautiful kick. A long searching lead to Warren. He drives it inside forward 50. Front spot is Mills. Just starting to find his feet, isn't he? The last couple of weeks he's been very good for the Tigers.
Yes, I think he's going to be a very solid contributor for the Tigers. Something they've lacked is a man of that size, key position player. So he goes inboard to Abbas. Abbas gets the ball forward through Hillier. Hillier pumps it inside forward 50. Once again, though, no one really there presenting. It ends up being picked off by Tim Sovereign for Leongatha, who strolls outside 50 with absolutely no pressure on him whatsoever. Dumps the ball down the line. We're going to get a stoppage or a ball throw in, I should say. One or the other. A good little build-up by the Tigers. Again, it's just that going inside forward 50, boys, I think. It's just not working. They were all high up the ground. They just had no one there presenting. So the ball's thrown in, and Big Benny Willis just shoves Isaac Abbas out the way and flicks a handball off to his midfield partner there, and I think it was Kim Drew. So the ball goes back up, repeat stoppage. Isaac Abbas gets the ball down to McFarlane. McFarlane can't quite gather the ball. Gazara. That's it. I couldn't think of his name, Darryl. Thank you.
Holding the footy is going to go Leongatha's way now. Beast at half-back. Harding's had plenty of it. We're not following his stats at the moment,
Yeah, we are. He had 7 in the first quarter and he's had 6 this quarter.
Oh, he goes inboard. The lateral kick, to Forrester. They continue the switch, the Parrots, to Sovereign. Chip over the top now to Lindsay. The brother of Xavier Lindsay, who got drafted last year to the Demons, goes to Ty Hall. Great family are the Lindsays. Hall's little chip over the top. Leongatha to do this well to Bowman now. Back to Hall. Hall under pressure. And it's the Tigers, that little half efforts as they got the footy has been super important. Today that one was from Cohen Campbell, but they've had a few of those. As Galea will take the free kick. He looks for the switch. There's not really much on. So he's going to have to kick down the line. And Gray will be the target, but Maskell in the front spot takes the intercept mark. And now they go quickly. Inboard, they've got 3 Parrots. Argento's 1. Marks it. Handballs across now to Harding. Left foot kicked towards Talon Brill. He can gather. Oh, he had 2 bites at it. Umpire favourably said, yes, that was a mark. Brill will chip it over the top to Forrester, who ran on. Missed him. Jeffers comes the other way. Tried to toe poke it forward. Judaleek tried to help it on its way. Island comes in. Wins it. Gives it to Brill by hand to Forrester. Under pressure. It's all under pressure, the Parrots. Back to Brill. And Brill's kick around the body. And not quite marking that one was Warren, who's gone forward. Has to become a tackler. And, well, we'll get another stoppage. 15, make it 16 minutes into the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. 19-point margin for the Tigers.
So ball goes up. Right in the forward pocket there for Leongatha. Ball spills out. Outside 50. Comes back inside from Paddy Island. He just bit of a no-look kick and finds Mills for Maul, who deep in the far pocket takes a nice contested chest mark.
Big moment all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Dine under the dome. Morwell Bowling Club. It's back open. Open 7 days a week.
So Mills punches one in board, finds Cohen Campbell. He pumps it outside 50, looking for the coach Boyd Bailey, who can't quite get his hands on the footy, but he lays a nice strong tackle. He's going to get calls a ball up right in front of the Leongatha coach's box.
Really smart kick from the defensively from Campbell. It was just that second exit kick that was just had too much height on it at the time.
Willis taps it down. Bowman and Leake go at it. At ground level, no one can win it. Ball pops out the back. Again, Leake and Bowman. Now Drew gets on the end of it. Tried to take on Leake. Handball's forward of the pack. Warren comes out. Handball was coughed up and the Tigers win it through Galea. Now Quigley twisting, turning back to Galea. Right foot, dumping kick over the top of Gray, but Maskell reads it. I'm not sure if anyone's on Maskell. He twists and turn. Left foot inboard, nice to Forrester. Forrester can turn and haul in the middle of the ground. Decides to continue to go out wide. He had space down the middle, but Harding was there. He can chip it over the top to Lindsay, but he goes further afield to Island. 70 metres out from the Parrots' goal. Good build-up. Garnham to the pocket. The target flies. Over the back, the ball goes. Play on, said the umpire. Musil has to bend the back. And with the Metamucil, that's easy to do. 17 minutes gone, second quarter, margin at 19.
You want to just keep seeing Paddy Island, if you're a Tiger backman, mark the ball outside of 50 because he's so dangerous inside. So there's some really good signs here for the Tigers. They've just got to be really a lot better with the ball coming out of the defensive 50.
So from the throw-in, it's Warren and Musil. Metamucil. That's good for your guts, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It helps you bend your back too.
That's what Box needs, because he ain't feeling real good.
It cleans up across the back line.
Thank God the windows are open in here, that's for sure. So we get another stoppage. It's pretty much the same spot. Not much happening there. Brill gets heavily tackled, and he's going to get tackled high. Looks like Harry McCall might have got him just over the shoulder, and he may have done quite well just to use his height to his advantage.
There might be a little bit of theatre in this goal shot too by Brill. I reckon he might want to really enhance it so we can get a really good look at it.
A run around snap.
A run around banana kick.
Well, he's lining up for a straight set shot. So if he can set shot that straight box, it'll be an absolute cracking kick, and he'll definitely be a contender if he can get it in.
Coming up to 19-minute mark, and they haven't scored this quarter yet.
So Brill tricks everyone, does go round the corner, and absolutely it goes in.
He's not going to give us the
goal
chop,
umpire.
chop.
Give us something. It is. It's a goal. Taylor Brill fooled everyone.
Didn't really like it. They didn't point to us.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
It had nothing, so you get no Zambrero contention at all there, young Talon Brill. But a much-needed goal there from the Parrots. They really worked hard to get the ball inside their 50. They created a few stoppages and then that obviously won that free kick too. So a much-needed goal to the Parrots.
Their first score for the quarter, and it's come at the 19-minute mark. Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Leongatha now 3-4-22. They trail Morwell by 13 points. The Tigers are 5-5, 35.
Best on ground performer, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new MUX, and the D-Max is here today too if you want to check it out. Musil with a tap down. Good work by McDonald to give it to Rosado. A wobbly kick inside might just work. Quigley gives it to Anderson directly in front. Anderson misses to the outer side. Had more time. Minor score. Margin now sits at 13 points on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
It's gone up to 14, 5-6, 36 to 3-4-22.
So now has kicking duties. Just joining us, Leongatha down 2 key defenders. Bent Velzen with a knee and Westaway with a hamstring. And the kick from Forrester out towards Garnham. Just keeps it in. Drew's there. Sold Candy nicely. Right foot high dumping kick. Warren will be the target with Cheffers. Cheffers and Warren. Ball pops there. Harry McCall beelines it, then runs into a Warren brick wall. Stoppage centre wing.
Just want to thank the people out there with their nice, fine choice of words. I'm trying to get the scores out for you. I'll get them out as quick as I can.
All right. Pelicano and Musil. This time Pelicano wins it. Musil does some ground work. Handball missed McFarland. You can have a go now, Boxer.
Oh, here we go. Moving north, 2 straight 12 to Fish Creek, 4-2, 26. Yanar, 6 straight 36 to Morwell East, just the 3 points. Stony Creek, 4-3, 27 to Tura, 3 straight 18. And Tarwin, 2-1, 13 to MDU, 2 straight 12.
So Pelicano this time grabs it out of the ruck, then gets into a little bit of strife. Heppel with a quick kick. Half forward the ball goes. Garnham and Ireland fight for it. The 2 defenders is Linton and McCall. And play on, said the umpire. Hall's there. McCall's there. McCall grabs it. Twists. Gives a handball to Musil. Musil out wide now to Cooling. Steps back onto the right. Chiseling kick to Quigley. Was good, but he dropped the mark. He has to go again. Pelicano. Nicely done by McDonald in the back. No umpire said it was okay. Forrester calls the stoppage. Ball up centre wing again. 21.5 minutes gone. 14 points margin. This is Gippsland Live, all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical.
So umpire Charles throws it up, and he's going to get a holding the ball. That's against Big Benny Willis, wrapped up by Musil as he took it out of the ruck. Musil looks to get going quickly through Cooling. Chisels the ball in, bounces off Tyler Hillier's chest, but Cooling follows up. Very well done by young Cooling. Goes inside forward 50, and all he can find is Travis Nash for Leongatha. Nash marks, defensive 50. Looks to go out far side of the ground towards the cricket ground and the netballs. It's a bit of a sloppy play out there. There's a few blokes on their hands and knees trying to gather the ball. Taylor Brill's in there. Berkeley McFarland's in there. The umpire's going to play something here because it's been far too long on the ground going nowhere, Box.
It is, mate. I'm going to go do some North Gippsland quarter time scores as well. Cower 5-4-34 to Gormandale, 3 points. Glengarry 3-1-19 to Yallourn North, 7-3-45. Woodside 4-4-28 to Sales City, 2 straight 12. TTU 4-4-28 to Churchill, 3 straight 18. And Rosedale 7-2-44. They lead Yarram 3-4-22.
Around the ground scores, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Thanks, Boxer. So umpire Charles gets it up. Pretty much straight back down. And it's once again, ball spent a bit of time on the ground, but it's now taken out by Nick Argento for Leongatha. And he gets the handball off to Luke Bowman. Getting himself busy is Bowman. Pelicano inside forward 50, just paddles it over the line. We're going to get a throw in deep in the pocket, far side of the ground. Umpire Charles, he rubbed me out one year, Box.
And you haven't forgotten.
It's the only way I know his name, I'm telling you right now. And I went in not guilty. Anyway, it's a story for another day. But I was not guilty.
What was the charge?
It was striking.
Was it?
Under 12s.
But the opposition player actually went in and batted for me and said he didn't hit me.
Oh,
and I've still got a week.
Musil down at ground level. McFarland squeezed a handball back to Bailey. His dumping kick out is going to go and land in Harding's hands. So Harding for the Parrots, 23.5 minutes gone. We might continue that story. I'm glad the opposition went into bat for you. The only time in your career, Beast, as that ball goes inside from Harding. Ground level nicely done. Cooling gives a handball now to Walsh. The chain of handballs to Rosado, back to Walsh was good. He's got some space in front. The dumping kick again, though. The Tigers are breaking down on their outlet kicks because Willis takes the mark for Leongatha. He comes in board to Maskell. Maskell's got Hall, or he goes, it might be turned over. It was off the side of the boot now. Big Abbas comes and becomes a tackler on Hume and lands on the ground.
Probably not necessarily the follow-up there by Big Abbas, but...
You don't see that often from Maskell, do you? Just off the side of the boot on that occasion.
Even the best do it.
Yep.
So it's Abbas. Hands down.
Oh, Hume's going to get it taught again.
And he is, Hume. Jeez, he's in the wars at the moment.
That's when he got his breath back.
Yep.
Jack Hume, but he's up and he's okay. So we're going to get another stoppage, half-forward flank from Morwell towards the town end. And it's Big Benny Willis, I reckon, may have got that one, and we're going to get a third stoppage, same spot box.
Imagine if you were Jack Hume and then it was Rosado who was the third one coming in. He wouldn't get back up again.
It might be their third one down for the day. So, another stoppage.
Well,
Isaac Abbas straight down to Boyd Bailey. And Bailey just chips forward, looking for McDonald. Couldn't quite gather the ball. But the umpire is going to find a free kick to Leongatha, and he's going to pay advantage. It's going to go to Argento. Argento finds Lammers it was, who's turned it over, centre wing, back to Coach Boyd Bailey. He just steadies up and goes central to Tyler Hillier, who pumps it inside 50 and finds Abbas all on his own. Abbas goes on to the leading Brandon McDonald, who will go line up for his first goal for the day, I believe.
Probably the best quick play I've seen by the Tigers this afternoon as well, and every possession was just absolutely pinpoint as well. Even Abbas's foot inside 50 to the lead in McDonald. When you're on the run and on the move, defenders will never, ever stop that.
So I believe everyone's just gotten around as McDonald comes in. He has pushed it to the left-hand side.
After all that, you cannot miss those
goals. That's a big build-up, and they all got around the first gamer in Zach Sheffers because he was the one who caused the turnover here from Lammers, which then resulted in their shot on goal. You need to go back and slot that. You're the key forward. You need to go back. You need to take the responsibility and go back and kick.
All leading by 15 points.
Willis takes the mark at half-back, and that gets you back into the game, doesn't it? We know it's a good little battle that he's had. As Leongatha now go forward, this could really hurt. Forrester goes to Garnham, who takes the mark. Wow, this will be a big moment of the game. We'll remember this at the 26-minute mark of the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. The shot on goal, and now all of a sudden the miss.
He really needs to slot this one, Scud. He did turn his back on his teammates as well then too. I know that he's a beautiful kick of the footy.
Well, 15 points is the margin. It gets it back into single digits. And if they kick it at the other end, it blows out over 20. So Garnham comes in, makes the Tigers pay. Yes, sir, he does. It is a big moment thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Right there, mark it down in your books because that just could come back to haunt the Tigers.
Yeah, it was a huge moment. Great call, Scud as well. And he's coming off a four-goal game last week. Jensen Garnham, that was his first for the afternoon, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So it's taken him a little while to get back onto the scoreboard now, but you never know. All you need is, as a forward, is that confidence, that goal, and maybe it might just spark the Parrots into half-time.
As Darryl said, the lead for Morwell is back into the single figures, 9 points to be precise, at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. On the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, they're 5-7-37 to Leongatha 4-4-28.
It's crazy beast, isn't it? Just this game that goes for 4 quarters, 120-odd minutes, and you have little moments like that.
Little moments. One forward misses at one end and the other one just builds his confidence at the other. So we're back in the centre. Morwell have won that, and they're going to go out through Josh Gallier, who goes wide towards the outer side of the ground. Walsh tries to find a target in Musil, but it's spoiled out of play. We're going to get another throw in far side of the ground.
A couple of nice little things down off half-back Gallier this afternoon as well. It's just, and his disposable off foot's been very, very, very good.
He's the type of player, you give him a role. Looks like he may have a role today off half-back. Give him a role and he can play the role just fine. So the ball gets thrown in. The big boys do tussle. That's Willis and Musil, but it's not Musil who gets it out. It's through Willis, through, Jack Hume. Jack Hume it was. Looks for Argento down the line, but we're going to get another throw in.
And we've got a thriller in the AFL as well. It's three-quarter time. It's the Demons, they take on the Hawks, and it's an inaccurate Melbourne, 6-13-49. They trial the Hawks 7-8-50.
Eddie Howe at ground level. Any news down there for Carpet Country?
Haven't had much for you boys, but it is really nice to see Morwell really getting around their debutants. We could see that goal that they last scored was from Zach his smother, which is really nice to see.
Coaching-wise, anything, instructions coming from each of the coaches' box? Can you hear them? Are they getting animated or pretty calm at the moment?
Pretty calm, actually. I think it's hard with Leongatha. They've just lost 2 of their best backs, so just trying to figure out rotations and switching the board a bit. But Morwell, I think they just really need to compose that one little bit more and really make sure that their forwards push deep into their forward 50 to make sure we can get some deep entries.
You look a bit cold down there in the shade there, Addie. You all fine down there?
It is actually getting a bit chilly.
Carpet Country might be able to help you out. Now, you haven't missed anything in terms of the game-wise. We've had 3 stoppages on the outer side, 4 stoppages. And we're just ticking over to 29.5 minutes. Big tap there by Willis out the back. Cooling runs onto it. Got instantly tackled by Heppel.
Might have a rumble or something.
Yeah, if you are looking for something to eat, of course, the cake stall here is all raising money for BCNA.
Magnificent.
It is. We might even get a delivery at halftime as well. Kick from Heppel, only went 5 metres. McFarlane's there to squeeze a handball over the back to the runner. At half-back was Campbell, but he got slung around in the tackle by Lammers, holding the footy. And Xavier Lammers closing in on half-time. Can they get another one? Gets called to play on, steps around Campbell. Now Lammers to the pocket. They've got the sit out the back. Walsh does well. Warren was there. Cheffers as well. On the left foot, tries to squeeze one in, but it just landed in the hands of Marriott, who gets called to play on. The chip kick to the hot spot. Warren can't complete it. Walsh there again. Lost the footy. Pelicano. Tigers under all enormous pressure. Hall from the stoppage. Puts it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 30 minutes have gone. Tigers under pressure. They lead by 9, but they don't want to give one up now. And Parrots just want to squeeze one more out before half-time. So boundary throw-in, shallow throw-in. Might get this one done again. Now the umpire lets it go. Musil has to go and pick it up. Handballs to Talon Brill. Hard up on the boundary line. Talon Brill, no. To the goal square it goes. They've got to kill it. And the Tigers had 4 fly for that one to put it through for a minor score. Paul Carter.
Morwell's lead now 8 points in the shadows of half-time. They're 5-7-37, leading at Leongatha 4-5-29.
So Mills for the Tigers. Goes out to the pocket and finds Sam Walsh. Walsh hands straight over the mark to Mills under pressure. Great tackle out there by, I think it was Lindsay. But somehow they've managed to turn it over again. And the Tigers have turned it over again. Leongatha are going to come back inside 50. And just right on the siren, Warren drops a mark, so that won't be paid, and it's half-time.
They got away with it there. The Tigers see a couple of late repeat entries from the Parrots as they close. They got the last 2 goals of the quarter, did Leongatha, through Brill and Garnham to close the gap. It got out to a game-high 19 points, and now it's back to 8 at half-time. It's an entertaining game of football here at Morwell Rec Reserve. It is Leongatha trailing the Tigers 4-5-29, and the Tigers are 5-7-37. That's a halftime wrap coming up after the break. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM, all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info.
Time to take a look at the top 5 goals from round 4. At number 1, we kick things off with Trent Baldy here from Moe, just coming off the ruckman's tap nicely and finishing with a delicious snap.
Well rode, Trent Baldy! Exclamation mark!
Number 2, Sheffers is back in the kitchen, cooking things up, comes off, gets the hand pass, then delivers a beautiful one.
48 metres, kick on its way. Kick is going through.
Number 3, a really silky, a really smooth balk by Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi, just splits the middle. A brilliant goal. Number 4, Kim Drew here from Leongatha. This is just a good effort. Gets the would-be tackler away. Finishes with a classy snap.
Van Dyke will close. Got through the tackle, did Kim Drew, and good kick.
He's a star.
He is a great player. Kept his feet. Well done.
It's the bouncing Alex Carr here at number 5. Look at him go. 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Then he lines up. Goes bang. The boy from Mafra nailed that one.
Yes, it is a half-time wrap, and that is Hayden and the team at Gippsland Mowers. You can catch them at Princess Drive in Morwell. What a great team they are at Gippsland Mowers. It is a half-time wrap, and this is the key stats, as Paul Carter's just working through those for both sides. The team stats first, and then some individual players as well. Here's Paul Carter.
Inside 50s, fairly even once again. It was 13 all in the first quarter, 12-10 Morwell's way in the second. They lead that 25-23. Clearances, Morwell had 11-9 that quarter, so 19-15 they lead that. Most crucially here, the centre clearance stat for the second quarter was 5-1 Morwell's way, so they were definitely winning out of the middle. They lead the centre clearances 7-4. Free kicks pretty even, 15-11 Morwell's way. The rest of the stats fairly close. Battle of the Ruckman, we see Ben Willis had a big quarter then, 12 hit-outs that quarter. He has 14 to half-time. Jacob Warren also of Leongatha 11, and Justin Pelicano had a couple as well. Isaac Abbas and Dan Musil have both had 8 each to half-time. Individually, Anthony Rosado, as I mentioned during the call, he's had another 9 disposals, 22 disposals to half-time. He has had 12 kicks, 10 handballs, 2 marks, 7 clearances and 2 inside 50s. Also, there we have 9 disposals to Boyd Bailey for that quarter. He's up to 13. 9 also to Blake Cooling. He's up to 11. 10 to Berkeley McFarlane and 9 to Zach Anderson. Of the Leongatha team, big quarter of that quarter was Ben Harding's, 11 disposals, taking him to 18 to half-time. He's joined along there by Cade Maskell with 15, 13 to Tom Marriott, 9 to Aaron Heppel, 8 to Nick Argento and 7 to Kim Drew.
It is, of course, halftime wrap. Thanks to Gippsland Mowers, your local blokes who service what they sell. Beast, you just noticed something during the halftime break, which was very encouraging signs for Leongatha.
Yeah, absolutely, Daryl. I was just having a look out across the ground. This beautiful oval it is too at Morwell Rec Reserve. And Leongatha player last year done his ACL in Jackson Harry. He's actually running water, and I just noticed he's out there running laps during the halftime break. He's now doing full strides up the ground, full length of the ground, and this is the sort of stuff that separates the Gippsland League, no disrespect to any other league, but I could guarantee you in any other league there wouldn't be a player sitting on the sidelines coming back from an ACL at half-time of their game doing run-throughs in order to get himself and give himself every opportunity to get back and play this year.
Yeah, spoke to President Mel Mackey as well a couple of weeks ago and said this fella just a machine, an absolute beast when it comes to, he puts his work rate into the gym as well. You can tell by his physique, and he's obviously his running capabilities coming back from that knee, Rico, up is sensational. Boxer, can you put your sock back on? What are you doing? It's the halftime wrap.
He's got 6 toes.
Why have you got 6 toes?
Your bunion sore.
Give us some scores around the ground to get your feet off the desk, please.
That's great. I've got to sit there. Get me some. Someone get me. If anyone's listening, bring me up some of them wipes.
I'm going to thank Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. Let's go around the grounds. In the Gippsland League, Sale 3-5-23. They trial Wonthaggi 3-6-24. Traralgon 10-10-70 to Warrigal 4-5-29. Bairnsdale 7-5-47 to Maffra, who haven't kicked the goal yet to half-time, only just the 7 points. Moe 13-5-83, they lead Druin 4-1-25. In the Mid-Gippsland Football League, Ballara 2-2-14, they trial Foster 10-3-63. Hilland 2-7-19 to Newborough 3-3-21, so we've got a nice tight game there. Moving north 2-3-15 to Fish Creek 7-7-49. Yanar 10-6-66, doing on the number or more, at least 2-4-16. Stony Creek 8-6-54, they lead Tura 3-3-21. And Tarwin 6-1-37, they lead MDU 5 straight 30. In the North Gippsland Football League, Cower 8-6-54 to Gormandale 1-6-12. Glengarry 4-1-25 to Lawn North 11-4-70. Woodside 9-7-61, they lead Sale City 6-2-38. TTU 15-9-99, big leaders over Churchill 3 straight 18. And Rosedale 8-3-51, they lead Yarram 4-4-28. And tomorrow at Avalon Airport in Werribee, Gippsland Power, they take on the Geelong Falcons at 11 a.m. as well too, fellas.
Thank you very much, Nick Lucchino. Here's Daniel Hutchison with a quick summary of the game here, which is round 5, Morwell and Leongatha. At the moment, the Tigers lead it by 8 points. Beast, what have you noticed?
Well, first quarter, spoke about, post the first quarter, which two sides are going to use their game plan, and really bring it to light. I felt like that quarter, Morwell probably went away from how they like to play. They did want to go quick, but that's that risk-reward type of footy I feel like they do play. It didn't come off, and they didn't make the most of their opportunities. They had some big moments, big turnovers through, like one example, we had Sam Sheffers. Sorry, that's the brother of Zach Sheffers it was, son of the great Bugsy and Sonia. He made a great spoil out here and caused a turnover, and the bit of play leading up to that, they had a shot on goal, but they just did not capitalise. The ball goes down the other end, and Jensen Garnham gets his hands on it, goes back and pumps one through. So momentum's massive, and I feel like Leongatha have really strangled the momentum now. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Morwell do react come the third quarter.
Well, that's pretty much the halftime wrap all done and dusted. Don't forget, if you are at the ground, your last chance to go to the cake stall there. Of course, they're running out, raising some money for BCNA, which is a fantastic cause. They're hoping to get $12,000 here today, both these sides taking part in the fundraiser. As we said, at halftime, it is the Tigers leading by 8 points. This has all been thanks to Gippsland Mowers, Hayden and the team on Princess Drive in Morwell. After the break will be the third quarter on TRFM. Thank you.
Stands out here, boys. Leongatha did really well defensively for that first 5 to 10 minutes, and they really praised them for that work and want them to put that effort for the whole game. The forwards want to keep bringing the ball to ground when they have the chance so that their littles can really get to work there. Felt that they did that for that last 5 minutes, which really did show. They got 2 really quick goals then. Morwell mentioned their trademark again. What that is, we're not 100% sure, but they use that and they get their momentum from their trademark. They want to keep kicking the ball to territory and making the most of it when they have possession of it.
Thank you very much, Addie Howe at ground level. Obviously, the coaches use their key terminologies that they like to at halftime and things like that. That's what they focus on. It's what they talk about during the week. Trademark, it means a number of different things. I'm sure it does for the Tigers, but you suspect that from that end, it's going to be their pressure. It's going to be their run and carry type of game, their tackling and that type of stuff. So for Leongatha, they are a couple short. They've got 2 out, and we'll get to those in a moment. They are 2 short on the bench. Third quarter is underway. Rosado, who's having a great start, although this time, well, he got swung around 360 and eventually got paid for holding the ball.
I know that's very much a new thing in the AFL, the 360 tackle, whether they kick it or not, but he was very much in control the whole way through that tackle of what he was doing.
So Bowman wins the free kick in the middle for the Parrots. Little chipping kick goes high. Campbell's going to have to compete for it, and claiming the mark was worn. Play on, said the umpire. Campbell goes again, and we'll have a stoppage, half-forward flank.
He's playing a real big hit-up role at the moment too, Big Warren. He's taking the ruck work right now, but he's been the lead-up forward for him inside 50.
Musil with a tap down, tried to clear the area. Heppel goes the other direction. Underground handball back to Warren. He's got it ground level. Beast, what did you notice?
I just had a look out on the ground there. I've seen Boyd Bailey's actually started himself across the half-forward, so it looks like Zach Anderson and him might be changing on ball, but Anderson's going to start in there first.
So Anderson was the one that received that one from the stoppage from Musil. Couldn't go anywhere.
Don't be shocked, though, if Boyd Bailey does play a role on Cade Maskell as well. That's who he's playing on right now, so he might just to try and just know his influence a little bit at the moment.
So we've got a free kick coming out of the stoppage, and I believe it's a kick out of mid-air, so dangerous kick.
Kick in danger. You don't see them too many times, do you?
Not too often anymore. So Anderson has it for Maul on his half-back line. Grandstand side. Looks to go inboard, as they've done all day. And when you pull it off, it looks good, and he has done that. He goes inboard to Burr. Burr flicks it over to Cooling. Taps to himself. Keeps in control of it. Does get it off to his coach in Boyd Bailey, who just handballs one inside 50. Maskell scrambles. He's able to get the ball off through hands through to Nash. Nash then kicks the ball longer down the line. Finds his teammate in Lammers. He goes backwards by hand and finds Argento. Argento straight down the line on the far side of the ground. Can't quite find his man, but Jensen Garnham comes through 100 mile an hour and he's going to get a free kick high.
Or is it my ball?
Or is it my ball? Who knows what this umpire's doing? He's playing games on us all day, and I think it's going to be my ball, Daryl.
So the tap of my ball was right on the shoulder, and it looked like high. As Warren taps it down again. Now he does say it's a free kick. Advantage? No. Leongatha wanted to take the advantage because Bowman was away, but Warren will get the free kick. Goes by hand out the back to Ireland. And Ireland, a long way from home, will kick to the top of the 50. Galier's going to get in the front of leading Gardner. Well done by Josh Galier. Body on the line. Goes back down to where it came from. And McFarlane takes the mark at half back. Galier pushes to open space. Inboard 45, kick is good to Bailey. Bailey goes back to the wing area, out in front of Walsh and Warren. Lumber after it. Walsh has just got to keep it in, and he does. He's waiting for a runner. Back to Musil, over the top handball to Bailey. He's going to be under pressure immediately. He doesn't take the footy. Quigley does well in a tight space. Squeeze it to Galier. They got it forward. Here comes Harding the other way for the Parrots. To Marriott, to Forrester. And the outlet kick. Does it find Lammers? And it does. He drops the mark. Cooling will come in. Does it, don't argue. Sells some candy. He's got to get rid of it. Gives it to Anderson by hand. Goes backwards to Campbell. Back to Cooling. Cooling goes hands to Jackson Burr. The forward handball to Anderson is okay. They got numbers everywhere. Chipping kick inboard to Musil will be neat. And finds in the middle of the rec reserve.
So Musil goes wider again, finds Walsh out of sight of the ground at the Morwell rec reserve. He chips it over to Galier. Galier looks to chisel the one. Oh, geez, that's barely 15, but he does find McFarlane. Nearly took his head off while he was doing it. McFarlane goes inside 50 with a long kick and finds a Bass, but a Bass just spills it. Can't quite get his hands on it. Tap forward by Quigley. And as he does, he puts his head over the footy. Tyler Hillier has copped one high. Forrester just didn't quite adjust to his height.
And I was just going to be a little bit more critical on the small forwards for the Tigers as well, because when you've got Isaac Abbas flying in the air, you've got to place yourself in the most dangerous position. And I felt they got behind the ball, but he was lucky enough to win it back and get this free kick. He really needs to nail this one now, Hillier.
He looks in good nick too, does Tyler Hillier. Looks really fit these days. A chiselling washboard ab body.
He does these. I remember when I played here, he didn't. He looked a little bit. Anyway, he goes in to kick the ball.
Oh, I tell you what.
Geez, he better
He'd
better point to us. He doesn't. But he points to Taylor and Brill, so...
He may have just said. He said to Brill, I've got the burrito.
It's my burrito. Two blokes who love a burrito and love a goal and love themselves too, so...
I'm not too sure about that one too, guys. It was a great goal, but not Zamburo worth at this stage as well. So, great little build-up there by the Tigers through their half-back line too. So, I was going to be, again, pretty critical of the way they use it, the foot coming through the middle of the ground. But luck's a fortune. You take those opportunities, and one on the board there for the Tigers.
14-point lead to Morwell with the first score of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Tigers at 6-7-43, leading Leongatha 4-5-29.
Abbas taps it back. Rosado does the heavy duty work and Warren becomes the tackler. McDonald's Gippsland third quarter action. The Tennessee barbecue range has arrived at Macca's, made with juicy 100% Aussie beef. Marriott from that stoppage dumps it to centre half forward. Walsh claimed it, got tackled. Umpire says, but where's the prior opportunity there? And he's pointed the wrong way, clearly, surely. He pointed ball off way, but that was holding the footy. It's going to go Argento's way. Argento, little chip over the top. Front spot Cooling, can't complete the mark, but caused the stoppage. McCall's there. Ripped off the footy, play on. Leongatha forwards do well. Ireland, high kick. Abbas is back there, whistle.
Downfield. Or was it a free kick paid against Leongatha? I think
it is. It was a block. Yep.
Cheffers goes out wide to Leake. Leake will chip it over the top now of the coach in Bailey. Hume will close quickly. He's got some pace. Hillier comes the other direction. Good body work. Forrester's there. Hillier does extremely well. Bailey misses the handball target. Goes out of bounds. Hillier with some good body work as Hume comes off, feeling it.
Interesting move by Leongatha. It looks like Paddy Island's actually starting out on the wing and then just rolling forward and giving themselves a bit of an option up there for Leongatha. I thought I'll just jump in there while Lachino's feeding his face full of sandwiches because he can't speak right now.
Daniel Hutchison doing special comments and commentary as well.
It's a good sandwich.
Anderson at ground level under pressure. Umpire will do the ball up again. 6.5 minutes into the third quarter for McDonald's. Tigers leading 6-7-43. Leongatha a 4-5-29. Great to have your company on TRFM. It's Gippsland Live.
So ball goes up right in front of the Leongatha coach's box on the wing. A little bit of a scramble. Taylor and Brill under there.
Geez, Anderson's having a little purple patch here these last few minutes. He's been in everything.
So repeat stoppage. Again, have not moved anywhere.
Oh, yeah, second
high
one.
tackle from Abbas.
And Anderson's hurt his shoulder too, boys.
That's Kim Drew will be the kicker. He goes inboard, finds Ty Hall. So the long sleeves, the surfy look, Ty Hall. Comes inboard by hands and finds Forrester. Forrester with that beautiful left foot.
Oh, Gento.
Gento probably just jumped in front of the leading Jensen Garnham. Anyway, they've spilt it. So more will gather. And they'll leave their D50. Scrappy kick by McFarlane down the line and finds Cade Maskell for Leongatha. So Maskell straight back down to where it came from, finds Heppel at half forward. Heppel goes inside forward 50, looking for Pelicano, can't find him. But Lammers is there, roves the ball well. Pelicano throws his body in, gives away a free kick. Little bit sloppy there by Big Pelicano. Might have been disappointed with his marking effort.
And I reckon that's exactly what it was too. And he's just a little brain fade there. It's just cost him that free kick inside their 50.
Chef as it was. The crowd love the debutant. Gets it to Walsh. Walsh is out of side kick. Abbas will be the target. It's got to fly high and does. Can't complete the mark. He's looking for a runner. That runner is Cooling. Gets it. Tries to duck back underneath. Does well in the end. By hand back to Abbas. Back to Cooling. Gives it back to Abbas. This is good link and run by the Tigers. Here's Gazzara. Gives it across to Bailey, who can find the target. No. Maskell takes another intercept mark. Good build up. Poor execution going forward.
It's what we've seen pretty much all day by the Tigers. And once again, Cade Maskell. I'm not sure who's playing on him, but they'd want to work it out very quickly.
Bowman's kick was smothered. Sorry, Beast. McDonald grabbed it, gives it to Hillier, and takes a strong contested mark inside forward 50.
Yeah, there must be a little bit of frustration building up now for the Parrot players as well. And it could have been a 50-metre penalty play, but the umpire's called play on, so it's all within the rules. Same time, Maskell, you talk about Maskell, he's prepared to lag off. Doesn't matter who the player is and how the calibre of the player.
he's just prepared to read and lay off the ball as well. So,
Addy Howe at ground level, just quickly.
Anderson has come off with that left shoulder injury and he's gone straight into the rooms. It's not looking good for them, boys.
All right, let's see how that pans out for Anderson. He's been a good player for the Tigers today as Hilliard's got a shot on goal. He leads by 14 for a game high, on its way, comes back left to right, and he points to Talonbrill again. I feel there's a little bit of sledging going on between the two, but Hilliard's responded with 2 third-quarter goals. And they get the margin out to a game-high 20.
And that's a big finish as well. You know, the confidences are up when the ball goes goalpost high. And we play AFL standard here too for our goalpost. So, you know, that's got a bit of height there for the little short fella. But great finish there, making the most of their opportunities now, the Tigers.
And it's now, as Darryl said, a game-high 20-point lead to Morwell. We've played 9 minutes into the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the Tigers at 7-7-49, leading Leongatha 4-5-29.
Well, as we mentioned, momentum. How it could swing. Swung the Tigers' way the start of this third term. As the ball goes up back in the centre, Abbas gets the chocolates over Big Benny, Willis. Rosado's in there. Handball out by Boyd Bailey. Doesn't quite find the target, but Talonbrill's going to mop up for Leongatha. He tries to take a few on and does. Gets the handball away. Finds Heppel, who's going to get a high tackle free kick. And the umpire, Charles, comes in and says, calm down, boys. I'm going to yellow card you. Still gives me scars. Anyway. We'll move on.
It's the fourth time today you've mentioned it, Beast.
It's not about you.
Heppel comes in board, finds Harding. Harding sells a bit of candy to Abbas. Chip kick over and finds Ty Hall. Ty Hall, a little bit more calculated. Wanted to go quick, but not sure he had the options on inside forward 50. He now does go inside forward 50, and Pelicano's his man and finds him. Got a punch. Darryl's doing a punch in the box, and
it's come into
what
our
he's
game.
Asking for.
It's come into our game a little bit, hasn't it, with the defenders trying to outmark their forward.
Yeah.
It's just an old school punch from behind.
Yep.
A lot of teams do it. They try and take the intercept mark, but on that occasion, you got to punch.
Well, you got to know your time and place, don't you?
Because they both shorter at the same time, there was no way you were going to spoil. You're going to actually go with the momentum of the play, and Pelicano fell into his hands beautifully.
Well, he's a big boy, Pelicano. He's probably not going to get outmarked like that by too many, but he walks in, nice and steady on the left boot. He likes it. He's putting the finger up. It's another goal to Leongatha, another goal to Justin Pelicano.
Yeah, look, I've got a question to ponder. When you've got a player who's kicked 100 goals in a season last year, what's his role? Like at the moment, you know, they're lucky to get that goal through that great contested mark then, but Ireland, we find him playing up the ground and not playing the key role that we actually wanted to see him play.
Boxer, he's kicked 2. He's taken good contested mark. I think he's got a great role in there. He's just probably more one of the dangerous forwards. Ireland trying to get up into the game, so he's got a good role at the moment.
He can clearly move around the ground. Paul Carter.
Morwell leading by 14 points. It's 12-minute mark third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Back to the middle we go. Musil and Willis. Musil taps it down, but in the front spot, Bowman wrapped up. Just put a question to him.
Oh, you got to answer.
Kick a bloke when he's down, back.
Musil again. Willis got this one though. Hillier in the middle. Got a handball out to Bailey. Quick kick. Goes to half forward. Rosado's there with Maskell. Can't push him out the way as Rosado swoops on it. A right foot kick around the body. High kick. McDonald's back. Takes 2 bites. Can't quite get it. Nash is there but gave away the free kick. Nash did all the hard work in the air and then just got him holding the man.
That's a professional free kick, if you ever seen
Was
one.
it there?
It definitely was there. He protected the ball. He leant over the ball and he wanted the player to actually have some contact with him because umpires are 9 times out of 10 these days are going to pay that free kick.
So slide angle, McDonald comes in on its way, straight over the goal umpire's head. Sometimes when you think about the easy ones, it's in his head, and then the tough angle shot goes through the middle. McDonald's got 2 now for the Tigers. They extend the lead back to 20.
And that's equal the match high at the 13-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Morwell now 8-7-55, leading Leongatha 5-5-35.
And potentially with that change with Ireland too, Box, as you alluded to before, they've lost 2 players, so they're down 2 on their rotations, albeit they are both from the back half of the ground. But that may have just changed a little bit of their structure higher up the ground, across their wings, and as we see, literally as I'm saying that, he goes full forward. So the ball's back in the centre. Dan Musil wins over Ben Willis, but it's through Bowman, who actually gathers it for the Parrots. Out to Jack Hume, who goes inside 50 and finds our man. Paddy Island has 2 grabs, can't quite get a hold of it. Goes in tough though is Burr. Spills out, kicks long down to forward 50. Oh, Ty Hall out the back. Just rove that. It fell into his hands, Ty Hall. Big contest right at the top of the goal square, and Ty Hall is the beneficiary of that. Boxer.
And they scripted that very well too, because Addy did speak about it at half-time, that the coach, Trent McMickey, he wanted them to make sure that the forwards were dangerous at ground level too, and Hall put himself in the most perfect position then as well. So another response too. We're going to have a bit of a shootout here too. It's just going to see who can actually win the arm wrestle and get control of this game.
Back to a 14-point lead at the 14-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Leongatha now 6-5-41. They're trailing Morwell, who are 8-7-55. Boys, that's the first running goal for the day.
There you go. Addy Howe, all thanks to Carpet Country.
There is a slight breeze now down here at ground level, boys, heading towards the scoreboard, and nothing too bad that will harm the game. Should be fine for the boys.
Thanks very much, Addy Howe. There's a whistle from the stoppage, going Leongatha's way again through Bowman. And Bowman goes short, kicks it over the top of Hall's head. Cooling's got it from half back. Right foot kick down to half forward. Got dumped as he kicked the footy. Ball in dispute though. McDonald comes and closes on Nash quickly. And we'll have a ball up, 49 metres out.
Actually, Blake didn't get dumped. He ducked. Right, the timing was perfect.
He was very lucky he ducked.
I think Bowman was going to just about take his head off.
So stoppage. 49 metres out. Willis gets to the Forrester. Forrest's little kick goes off the side of the boot. Hall will come out to meet it. Shepherd from Hume. Hall's inboard kick. Can they close on this, the Tigers? It's dangerous. They do. Galea spoils it. It's a big punch down. Rosado's there. Left it behind though. But he goes back, Rosado. Big Benny Willis dives on top. Another stoppage 50 metres out.
It's really intriguing though too, because the resting forwards, resting mids are going to Maskell. So Boyd, Bailey, Rosado, they're all going to Maskell at the moment too. So intriguing little matchup, that one.
So ball kicked out of that stoppage, only as far as Cohen Campbell for the Tigers.
Oh,
picked up by Blake Cooling, but he's tackled and been done holding the ball. So Bowman, centre wing. Grandstand side of the ground. Called to play on. Oh, he's turned it over. He's tried to go inboard to find Tom Marriott. Can't do so. So it goes inside 450 through Quigley for the Tigers. Scrappy kick inside. It's now Tim Sovereign. Spreads. Far side of the ground. Taylor Brill gathers. Has a bounce. Kicks long down to a contest in Warren. He's unable to do anything about it either. It's Jensen Garnham. And looks like Max Linton for the Tigers doing battle out there. Looks like the Parrots are going to just come away with this, but not before we get an umpire come in and do a ball up box.
A game of inches, isn't it? Because Quigley, he gets the ball in a perfect position. He had Brandon McDonald on his own. He chose to go to the longer option, and the kick just didn't find its mark.
Musil with a big tap down. McFarlane in the front spot. Gang tackled there by the Parrots. And, of course, our best on-ground performer, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. You want to check out a vehicle? Have a look at the D-Max here today, just up near the canteen. And you can check one out, of course, at Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the Princess Drive in Terrelgan.
Did you get picked up today, Beast? Because, you know, the co-caller gets the pickup in the front seat as well. Is
sure
that correct?
Did, yep. Went via the Hutchison household.
You would have had to head out the window and everything too, wouldn't you?
I even made him a coffee from my Breville Barista Touch. Also bought from Harvey Norman, our great sponsor.
Very good.
Jeez.
Heppel in there. Got boot to ball somehow. And coming the other direction was Cheffers. Burr comes in to help. Head over it is Cheffers. Gives a handball to Burr. Under pressure has to go again, does Zach. Close to the boundary line. They've called deliberate, if you don't mind. A deliberate out of bounds as they've pinged Cheffers to put it over the boundary line, and Paddy Island will have a shot. It'll be a tight angle. The Tigers have got a man up quickly, and they go backwards, does Island. Open up the angle a little bit, Talon Brill. Now, this will be interesting because Hilly is on the mark. What do you reckon Hilly has given him?
There'll be a lot said. I don't know if we can say it on air.
Plenty of lip, that's I reckon what he's given him.
He's you can tell he's absolutely giving it to Talon Brill. Now, these two have been at it for this whole third quarter. Hilly has responded with 2 goals. Talon Brill goes, no, I'm going to play the team game and go short. Missed Drew, though. McFarlane's there. Cheffers gets it. Chips over the top to Rosado. Neatly done. Now, where is Hilly? Is he telling Brill about it? Rosado will kick to the outer wing, although turns it over. And Lindsay takes the mark on the wing.
Lindsay tries to come in board. You want to come in board like that, you want to be pinpoint accurate, Box. And he wasn't on that occasion. We're going to get a stoppage just off to the right of the centre circle. As Willis, and as the umpire waits for Ball's ruckman, it's Dan Musil will do battle. Willis takes this one straight down to Aaron Heppel, who just thumps it forward and finds McCole for the Tigers. He looks to switch straight away. They do have the numbers on the grandstand side. Abbas has just come on the ground. I'm not sure if they're going to get the ball to him. Mills tries, smothered by Ireland, puts pressure on. Lammers is there for Leongatha. Ball spent plenty of time on the ground. It's cooling. Tries to spin out of a tackle. He's going to get away with it. We're going to get a ball up right in front of the new deck there down at the Morwell Rec Reserve. It's looking really good, Daryl.
Thank you very much. I think the name will fit across that front signage area, won't it?
It should fit there. The Hutchison Cooling Stand. Is that what we're calling it? I just made that up, actually. So Sheffers looks very poised today, does Sheffers. He's pretty impressive for his first game. But Forrester comes in. Nice contested mark, and he's going to go back inside forward 50, looking for Ireland. Spills out of his hands. Can't quite grasp it. Taylor Brill was it spun out of Lammers, I should say. Spun out of a tackle, gets the ball back, and Kim Drew snaps the ball round on his right side.
And this is the thing about what the Parrots do. They just were so persistent in that set of play. They really forced the error, and it was just a couple of decisions made by the Tigers in that passage of play that they're going to woo for a little while too, because you don't give a side like Leongatha that many chances.
Well, it was ugly, but repeat entry, and that's what happens. You get the woo, and I guess that's the end result for Leongatha.
Leongatha kicked 3 of the last 4 goals. They are leading the clearances 11-2 this quarter as well. It's an 8-point lead to Morwell, 20-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the Tigers at 8-7, leading Leongatha 7-5.
Just try it with an R next time, Boxer, and you'll be right. As Bailey gives it to Quigley to Rosado. Good little grid work handball from the Tigers. They get the clearance. McDonald's in a one-on-one. Can't complete the mark, although second effort was good. Ball to boot over the top and missing. Sovereign goes back and it missed anyway. Minor score. Margin back to 9 now.
8-8-56 to 7-5-47.
Maskell looks up. 20-minute mark of the third quarter for McDonald's. Grab yourself a Tennessee barbecue range burger. Maskell's kick, Willis the target, Musil closes, Big Benny Willis. Hard to bring down, takes the contested mark. He wants a runner, Kim Drew's one of those, no. He was blocked by McDonald. Big Benny Willis, Marriott's there. Not a bad kick for a big fella, Big Benny. Drives it down the wing, Palacano elevates. Quigley gives a handball to Walsh, back to Burr. Burr's not going to get around 2, does he? Yes, in the end. And he gets a high. So we got around 1, got a high tackle there.
He was just a full head of steam then, Palacano. He really wanted to win that ball. So the endeavours there from the Parrots. It's just got to be careful with those free kicks.
Bird's going to go short, kick it over the top of Musil's head. Big Benny Willis will rove and get tackled. Holding the footy from Quigley. Free kick, Tigers centre wing. Addy Howe gets a handball back to Quigley. Addy, touches today. What have you had? 1 handball?
Yeah, 1 handball.
Nicely.
8 Howe, 1 disposal.
Into Gazzara. Gazzara looks up. He wants a runner. Doesn't know which way to go. Tries to chisel one to centre half forward. Dangerous spot. Burr put a foot out. Bowman slicks a handball to Forrester. Out towards Garnham, who's high. Gives a handball back to the run in Lindsay. Lindsay looks up for Warren. McCall will close. Warren will take the contested mark on the outer wing. 22 minutes, 9-point margin still.
So Warren covers inboard. Short kick, not paid 15, and rightly so. As Harding goes inside forward 50.
And got to spoil each
both
other.
players just spoil each other, and they weren't happy, but it's Garnham. He'll get on the end of this. He's hit the left post.
Wow.
8-point margin, Morwell's favour, and we're at the 22.5-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, Morwell 8-8, leading Leongatha 7-6.
Can't fault Palacano's attack on the footy, even against his own team. He's willing to have a crack at that footy.
Walsh to Campbell. Campbell to McDonald at his toes. Picks it up and comes inboard dangerously. It's going to be turned over to Ireland. Directly in front, 45 metres out. 23 minutes gone. Box up.
Write it down. Goal.
I was always taught, know your limitations. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad kick, Cody McDonald, but, you know, I'm not sure you'd want to be a dead-eye kick.
I think you still want to attack the footy. Like
absolutely.
I think the message is if you want to go in that area, I reckon you've got to take the mark and be able to play on 10 metres.
Yep.
If it's a 50-50, you just don't go there. But directly in front, does he make him pay? Paddy Ireland on its way. No, it's missed. You marked it. Better cross that one out, Boxer.
Yeah, it's done.
Paul Carter, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
A 7-point margin, Morwell's favour. They're 8-8-56 to Leongatha 7-7-49.
So near side, McCall comes to Walsh. And Walsh will play on. Has a casual bounce. Looks up, wants someone to come at him, and he goes short. It's going to get through to Anderson. Anderson kick, little chip nicely to Hilliard. Just in the field of play. Yes, it is. Boundary umpire's right on it. Maskell didn't agree.
And Anderson back on the ground after that slight shoulder concern.
Hilliard towards a Bass. Willis goes back to help. Ball in dispute. Marriott's there. So's Nash. Squeeze the handball to Sovereign. Now to Forrester. Little chip kick. Does it go the 15? Yes. 15.1 to be precise to Hume. So Hume has it. 24-minute mark. 7 points is the margin now. They've reduced it from half-time. Sovereign. The switch is on. Out towards Nash. He's got Lindsay on the outer side. Here's Daniel Hutchison on TRFM.
And they've got all the space in the world. So Lindsay's just going to run, put the Jets on and have a bounce. He's had one. He's kicked up to Brill. Just forward to centre. Far wing. Comes back inboard. Ooh, finds Lammers in a strong marking contest. But he's up to the challenges, Lammers. He comes inboard with that kick again. Is it going to come off? They've got the numbers, Leongatha. Maskell gets a handball to Big Benny Willis. Travis Nash on the end of Willis' handball, goes inside forward 50. Pelicano tries to claim the mark. Play on, the umpire says. Forrester goes, sorry, not Forrester, it was Bowman goes inside. They've still got the numbers here, Leongatha. They've gone from one side of the 50 to the other. Taylor Brill comes in.
Oh,
can he do it? He can, Taylor Brill.
Chomp, chomp.
And he's looking.
Chomp, chomp.
He's looking around for Tyler Hillier.
He's got two now.
Yeah, that was a great goal then too as well. And these little mistakes from the Tigers are starting to really hurt him. And it's definitely on the scoreboard right now because we're down to a 1 point game. It's just that decision making again from their defensive 50, just not picking their right options. And then now the Parrots are forcing the error. And when they force the error and they get inside 50, they're going to hurt you, and they have already.
Last 3 goals to Leongatha. In fact, 4 of the last 5. It's a 1 point margin at the 25-minute mark of the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Morwell at 8.8.56, Leongatha 8.7.55.
Here they come, the Parrots. Back to the middle. Willis taps it down. Can they run onto this one? Bowman will get onto it. Taps it forward. Closing in on three-quarter time. Although Luke's out there, gives it to Campbell. Kicks high. This won't go the required distance. Marriott with the flight. They'll pay it. And that didn't go 15. Marriott's kick towards the leading target of Warren. 1-2 bites. And the resting ruckman takes the contested mark pretty much directly in front.
And this is where they've stretched them too. They've done this very well, Leongatha. They've put Warren forward after those couple of injuries too. They're just giving him a little bit more height down forward with him and Pelicano, but he's contested all day. So it's reward for effort here right now for Warren. Just because he's got to make himself a bit of a hero now. He's got to slot it through when they really need it.
They've kicked the last 3 goals of the quarter, have the Parrots. And they trail by a point to take the lead. Jacob Warren pushed it across and misses everything. It's touched and it's a throw in.
And I'd say the big catalyst here for the Leongatha side of that midfield, it's Marriott and Drew. These players now, right now, they've stepped up these last few minutes of this quarter.
So we're going to get a ball in. Young Banjo umpire is going to toss it in.
Over
deep
the back.
Deep. It is over the back, but it's deep into Leongatha's forward pocket. But it's Zach Anderson for Maul with the clearance. But it goes as far as Taylor and Brill. Brill hands off to Aiden Lindsay. Hayden is his brother. Goes inside 450 and Warren has plucked a 3 grabber.
Now, if I was Warren right now after that last kick, I'd be looking for the hands off.
He does chip it over the top, and he can find Kim Drew. So Kim Drew, tight angle. Siren's gone. Margin at 1. So the Tigers lead at the moment, 8.8.56. Leongatha 8.7.55. We've got a shot on goal after the siren from Kim Drew. He'll have to kick it all of 50 metres. No breeze to speak of. All the big boys are on the goal line. Kim Drew, this will be a Zambrero goal that A contender. Don't worry about that. Fast food shouldn't slow you down as he comes in. Drew on its way. It's got a good effort. And it doesn't quite get there in the end. It will be no score. They spoil it forward. So the score remains the same. It's a 1 point margin to the Tigers at three-quarter time. 8.8.56. Leongatha 8.7.55. We're going to rip Snorter on our hands. Stick with us for this final quarter on TRFM. It's Gippsland Live, and it is all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
Rip Snorter.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info.
Time to take a look at the top 5 goals from round 4. At number 1, we kick things off with Trent Baldy here from Moe, just coming off the ruckman's tap nicely and finishing with a delicious snap.
Well rode, Trent Baldy! Exclamation mark!
Number 2, Sheffers is back in the kitchen, cooking things up, comes off, gets the hand pass, then delivers a beautiful one.
48 metres, kick on its way. Kick is going through.
Number 3, a really silky, a really smooth balk by Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi, just splits the middle. A brilliant goal. Number 4, Kim Drew here from Leongatha. This is just a good effort. Gets the would-be tackler away. Finishes with a classy, classy snap.
Van Dijk will close. Got through the tackle, did Kim Drew, and good kick.
He's a star.
He is a great player. Kept his feet. Well done.
It's the bouncing Alex Carr here at number 5. Look at him go. 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Then he lines up. Goes bang. The boy from Mafra nailed that one.
Yes, welcome back to the Morwell Rec Reserve. We've got an absolute classic on our hands. A 1-point margin, 3-quarter time. Stick with us in this final quarter. The Tigers lead at 8-8-56, but Leongatha kicked the last 3 goals of the third quarter to close it out, 8-7-55. Addy Howe's been down at ground level for both the coaches. Addy, what'd you find out for us?
Morwell really want to change what they're doing with their midfield to make sure that they gain some more clearances this quarter. They want to make sure that their midfield are on their toes and ready to go. Focus on their 1v1s and make sure that they will not lose a single 1v1, whether that's putting a punch to the ball, bringing it to ground. They want to focus on the deep entries into their forward 50. Leongatha are doing really well considering that they have had 2 injuries this game within Ben Veltzen and Westerway. So with the 2 people on the bench, they're doing well with just making sure that they're getting those fresh legs on there. they want to make sure that they're doing deep entries into their forwards, and whether that's bringing that to ground to make sure that they get their littles to work again. Wants the backs to keep doing what they're doing and bring the effort.
Well done, Addy Howe, under enormous pressure there as the Gippsland power coach just rolled past you in Rhett McClellan. Did he give you any advice as he walked past there?
Oh, I saw him scrunch his face a little bit there. I think he was a bit disappointed.
Very well said, Addy. Quickly, key stats, Paul Carter.
The main stat in that quarter was 12-4, the clearances going Leongatha's way.
All right, thank you for those. The final quarter is underway as Musil and Big Benny Willis will do battle. Willis gets a tap down. Marriott will lead all runners towards that one. Gets to the outer side, comes back in. Could be run down. No, nicely done by the star midfielder. Goes to half forward. Over the back of the head. McCall will lead the chase. And now Ireland closes. Does well. Handballs to himself. Walsh will come in and cause the contest. And Ireland will tackle just in the field of play. Umpire will ball it up.
They would have been disappointed in the Tigers too. They really wanted to win that clearance because they were jam-packed in their forward line. They had an A+ forward line, but just did nothing with the mids.
So Musil goes up, taps it down with doing the ruck duties, Jacob Warren. Has he spent a lot of time forward, Jacob Warren, today, do you think?
I reckon he has. It's something that we've sort of been speaking about too, Scud.
Interesting. Good work. Special comments for Nick Lucchino this afternoon. Thanks to Carpet Country. He helps dreams become a reality. Since when?
1981.
Very good. Box up, boundary throw in, inside a minute. Musil taps it down, Heppel at pace. Wrapped up in a Rosado tackle. Geez, those two boys are hard at it, aren't they?
Yep. I tell you what, it's hard at it. This stool. I need to go to Harvey Norman and get a pillow.
and your bowels, I reckon, too.
Oof.
Musil tried to clear the area on that occasion. First at it there was Marriott, although Anderson picked it off. Quigley did some body work. Bowman put his head over it, Cooling with a tackle. Pops out. Heppel's kick was smothered. Goes again, does Bowman. Cooling tackles again. And now Hume finally gets a handball out to Maskell, who dumps a kick inside forward 50. Big pack. No one can mark it. Palicano rose and then got wrapped up. Squeezed a handball out somehow. Heppel with a quick kick. Mills takes the mark. And no, we've called it a point. It hit the post. So we're going to minus score, Paul Carter.
Which draws the scores level at 8-8, 56 apiece, coming up to the 2-minute mark of the final quarter.
So Mills doing the kick-in duties for the Tigers. He thumps one outside 50 and they all fly, including Boyd Bailey and Cade Maskell. They now scramble on the ground and it's both of those two guys with each other, having a cuddle.
A cuddle. Okay, I got scores too, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. I'll get to them in a minute, Scud.
All right, Willis taps it down. No one can get a clean one away. Bowman grabs onto Rosado. He's had a big game for Gippsland Isuzu Ute as he kicks to the outer side. Foot race. Out there is Hillier. He leads by about 5 metres at the moment. Gathers it. Gives a handball back and ball. Gallier just fumbled but had time. Left foot high kick. Gray will fly. And good spoil over the back there was from Lindsay. Ball comes to ground. Hume soccers it once, twice. Forrester picks it up. Picked up by Anderson. Goes towards Bailey. Nicely done. Takes the mark. Left footer on the lead is a Bass. He's got to elevate. And he can't complete the mark. Well done by Nash. Cooling has it. And quickly tackled from Heppel. And we'll have a ball up 48 metres out from goal. Bass is just going to get separation and elevate. Heppel's going to take a little bit of time to get up. I think might have been a bit of clash of heads, was it? Heppel and Cooling.
They went pretty hard, both those two boys.
Holding his head. We've got a stoppage. Daniel Hutchison on TRFM.
So the ball goes up, comes straight back down without anyone touching the ball. The two ruckmen both looked at it.
Beast
going to get a repeat stoppage box.
Sale 3-5-23. They try one thuggy 6-8-44.
So Willis, Abbas gets the chocolates over Willis. Still fumbling around on the ball. It's happened a lot today. Post stoppage. We're going to get another repeat stoppage.
I'd never take chocolates away from Willis.
Oh no. Oh no. Not big spud farmer. And again, third time lucky. Isaac Abbas just kicks it out of mid-air. Gets some separation eventually from that stoppage. Boyd Bailey, little kick forward. He's going to get away with that. We're going to get a throw in right in front of the deck.
Scores level. This is a great game of footy.
This is going to go right down to the wire, isn't it?
Be one of those classics. Take your moments as they come, Beast.
As the ball comes in now, Abbas again over Willis. And it's Boyd Bailey. He's going to do a banana kick from the boundary. He has to. The coach, when you want someone to stand up, enter Boyd Bailey. Does it again.
I tell you what though, Beast, he did love looking over at that new deck and give him the big fist pump as well. But why wouldn't you after a cracking goal like that too? Just hopefully
enough spark there to keep these young Tigers going as well, because like the boys have just said, this is going to go down to the wire. They've only been playing 4.5 minutes.
And a crucial goal there coming at the 4-minute mark of the final quarter. Takes Morwell back out into the lead by 6 points on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Morwell 9-8-62, leading Leongatha 8-8-56.
Anderson's taken himself off again now for the Tigers as well, still nursing that shoulder as well.
Big tap by, it was a Bass, although Drew's there for the Parrots. Squeezed a handball to Harding. Back to Big Benny Willis. The kick is a neat one to Argento. Play on quickly. The Parrots do. Bowman delivers to Pelicano. Here comes the reply. What's happened, Boxer?
I just done my ankle.
Okay.
So I got excited.
We've got all sorts of things happening up in the commentary box and at ground level as well. Justin Pelicano's got 2 this afternoon and looks for a quick reply.
And I was going to say the big guns have all put themselves in the midfield. That was slick movement by hand and by foot by the Parrots.
So Pelicano from 48 metres on its way, leans back on it and puts it through. Scores a level.
He's had a good afternoon, Pelicano, and it's just that his passionate way of going about the game, and he really attacks the ball well. He led well, and it was just set up through the midfield like you said, Beast. And again, when the cream rises to the top when you need them, and all of a sudden we've got a little bit of a shootout happening.
Justin Pelicano's 3rd goal brings the scores level for the 3rd time in the afternoon, and on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 6 minutes of the final quarter, then 9-8-62 apiece.
I'll keep going with some scores. Scud, Traralgon 12-13-85 to Warrigal 6-7-43, and Bairnsdale 9-8-62. They lead Maffra 5-8-38. We might as well keep going.
Yep.
Moe 18-12-120. Big leaders over Druin 6-2-38.
So the ball's been thrown up in the midfield. It's Boyd Bailey who's going to get a centre clearance and finds Berkeley McFarlane in front of his man. He's going to go inside forward 50. Lowish chiselling ball, looking for Gray. Gray's good enough to get hands on it second time around. Sovereign's been solid in the back half for the Parrots. He pumps the ball out to the wing. Grandstand side of the ground here at the Rec Reserve in Morwell, but it's Walsh. Ever so calm and collected is Sam Walsh. Under pressure is Sheffers. He's driven into the ground. Well done to hold it up there, Zach Sheffers. He was outnumbered. He's been pretty impressive today. He's been very cool, calm and collected when he's had the footy. He's made good decisions. So, another ball up. Right at the half-forward line for Leongatha. Right in front of the coach's box.
Pressure's on now.
It's going to be Tom Marriott. He's going to go forward. Oh, he's had a fair crack from 50. Swinging.
Gee whiz.
Just to the near side.
Had a bit on that, didn't it?
Leongatha take the lead for the first time since the first quarter with a 1-point margin in their favour on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 9-9-63 to 9-8-62.
May Android Mobile Blitz, save $50 on the new Samsung Galaxy. Kick goes out wide to Mills. Box, it's not that dark in the commentary box.
I can't read.
Well, that's got nothing to do with the light.
So Mills has it, back pocket for the Tigers. Looks up, kicks high to the outer side. Big pack in the front spot was Brill, but McDonald comes over, becomes the spoiler. Now the Tigers, if they continue down this just bombing as they did in the first quarter, it will bring them undone. They still need to be brave, don't they?
Absolutely. You don't. Yeah, sorry, mate.
You can't go back in the shell.
No, absolutely not. If they go back in the shell, Leongatha will run away with this game.
Berkeley McFarlane at ground level, wrapped up by Drew, and another stoppage. 55 metres out from Leongatha's goal. Margin sits at a point in favour of the travelling Parrots. It's the final quarter, 8 minutes down to Heppel it goes as he quick kick to the shallow pocket. McCall goes back with the flight, gets a shocking bounce, and that footy has just landed in the hands of Ireland, who tries to bring it back. Just didn't get enough purchase on it, but it's a minor score. They all count.
9-10-64 Leongatha, 2-point leaders over Morwell, 9-8-62 Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 8.5 played final quarter.
So
they've got to pull the trigger here now too, Morwell. I think they've just don't be too defensive about it as well.
No, they've got to go, and they do. They go to the pocket to Hillier through McCall, who just puts it out wide. Very lucky. It was touched over the line, but they've really gained nothing out of that. They need to go a lot quicker and a lot more attacking. Let's hope they can do that. Maybe they need to start listening to us, boys. So we get a throw in far side, forward flank. Two big boys, Willis and Abbas, go at it. A lot of feet moving. Ball's not going far. It does now through Boyd Bailey. Just gets a quick kick forward. Plenty of purchase on it. Oh, it's fallen in the hands of McDonald. Can he get some runners? It's pushing out towards the boundary line. Who's going to get there first? It's a young fella in Gazara.
Good commitment
for Tigers. But just not enough numbers around the ball for the Tigers. And it's Brill for Parrots, who's going to pump it down his forward line. And we're going to get another throw in on the far side of the ground, forward flank.
I think the two debutants have done very well today too for the Tigers so far.
That was good commitment by Gazara over there. Maskell flying at it. We know how good he is.
He was outnumbered 3-1, so to be able to even just get there and put a contest on.
This is exactly what Leongatha want, you'd think. This is the type of style of game that I think they can find a way to win against the Tigers, but they win the stoppage to the Tigers, and Bailey just barrels it. Didn't look and just dumped it in the middle of the ground. Will it come off or will it hurt them? Back there is Quigley. First to it was Hume. He goes to ground. Head over the football is Nash. And wrapped up in the tackle. 10 minutes in. Ball up, true centre wing.
It's 3 times he's now out of a stoppage, Boydo. He's just kicked it long without looking. I'm sure someone must be tracking his metres gain for him to be doing that so many times.
Well, you just... their run and carry and handball's been good. Leongatha wants the dumping kicks because they can win the contested footy a bit better at the moment. As Big Isaac Abbas taps it down. That's a stalemate. And we'll have another stoppage.
He's had a solid day in the ruck too. Big Abbas. Paul,
Numbers.
I'm not sure his hit-outs, but...
18 hit-outs to date.
And the how's Big Benny Willis gone? He's gone okay as well again. McFarlane handballs over the shoulder. Abbas is there. Left it for Galea. High right foot kick. It goes to the top of the 50. Contest. Ground level. Forrester's there first for the Parrots. Spun in the tackle. And we'll have a ball up.
Great play there by McDonald too for the Tigers. He kept his feet, didn't go to anything else, but all he just had was commitment for the tackle. Keep the ball inside his forward 50.
So ball up, top of the 50 for the Tigers. Abbas gets his hand to it, straight down to Harding. Harding just swings around on the left foot, tries to get as many metres as he can, and he does. It gets to the half forward line for the Parrots. It's Sheffers for Maul, McCall for Maul, tackled by Pelicano. Another ball up.
It's a bit of confusion there by the umpires too. They were both actually calling the ball up, but he just didn't know who had control of that as well. But Pelicano again in the thick of it.
He's had a solid day, as you did mention, Box, earlier. And he's going to do the ruck duties for Leongatha against Abbas. Goes out the back. Brill pumps it inside forward 50. Who's there for the Parrots? It's Garnham. He's going to get a holding free kick.
Or whether that was there or not, I don't know if, you know.
I felt like I'd just seen a little bit of a jumper pull. Maybe that's what he's seen the umpire, but you know what? It was a fair contest for the most part.
All good forwards do. You can put a little bit of mayo on it just in case that the umpires didn't see what they needed to see, and they did. Garnham, who's had probably a quiet afternoon to his standards.
Huge moment of the game. 12 minutes in, Garnham puts it through. Jensen Garnham's got 2 this afternoon. They're spreading the goals around, but more importantly, the margin's out to 8 points.
Scott, this is where Morwell now have to stand up. So they've got to have that repeat goal now. So we've seen the dump kick's not working for them again. So they've just got to fine-tune that. They've got to run the ground, run the ball through. They've been getting let down in their forward 50. They're not winning the ball at ground level. They've just got to get better at that.
And it's an 8-point lead to Leongatha. We've played 13 minutes in the final quarter. On the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, we've got Leongatha sitting at 10-10-70, Morwell 9-8-62.
Oh, big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. Dying under the dome. They're back open 7 days a week. And now the Parrots look to turn the screws. Can they win the stoppage? Rosado's been huge. And Bowman has gone to him and put a strong tackle on.
This is where you probably have Abbas in the ruck now when you really want to win those centre bounces.
So this time Warren taps it down. Heppel from the stoppage. They go forward again over the top of the centre half forward area. It's about 40 metres out from Leongatha's goal. Walsh is there. He's got tackled by the wing. He's in trouble. Umpire's going to ping him. Argento with the tackle. He's too far out to score, is Argento.
It's a consistent call for the afternoon, I get that. But in the stages the game is in right now, these critical calls by the umpire probably not doing the game a good justice, I don't believe anyway.
I'm not entirely sure he had all that much time to actually possess the ball and dispose of the ball. He had one hand
It was a grab at the same time. He had the ball and the arm grabbed at the same time, so he was basically chicken-winged.
Argento's going to pass it off. Top of the square. Ireland over the top of the head. Got him. Oh, good tackle by Linton. Just got ball to boot. Ball's in dispute. Lammers goes to ground. Free kick in front of goal. Over the shoulder free kick from Linton. Can't believe it again. Xavier Lammers directly in front. will have a shot on goal to get the margin out to 14 points.
This is what happens when you keep bobbing your head for apples, isn't it? You're eventually going to get one. So now, again, they've found themselves to get 3 free kicks inside 50, and it's going to blow the game out for the Tigers.
So Xavier Lammers takes the breath. The youngster comes in directly in front and chips it through the goals. The Parrots are flying, and it's his first goal in a Leongatha senior jumper, and every single player, bar one, goes to him and celebrates with Xavier Lammers.
Yeah, congratulations, Xavier, for your first senior goal as well. And again, our third free kick inside 50, gentlemen, and it gives the Parrots a nice little lead now too. So they've just got to dig deep now, the Tigers, and pull out all stops. They've really got to be attacking here at this centre break.
It's a 14-point lead to Leongatha at 15 minutes into the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard has Leongatha at 11-10-76, leading Morwell, who have only added 1 goal this last quarter, 9-8-62.
So we're back in the middle. All the balls are in for both midfields. It's Dan Musel against Warren. Warren gets a little tap away, finds Drew. Drew gets a quick kick out to the far wing and finds Taylor Brill, who's just got the edge on his opponent. He goes inside 50, bit scrappy. Mills is there for the Tigers. Handball's out to Musel. Under immense pressure down in that back half for the Tigers. Jeez.
Just lived in the forward half, hasn't it?
Leongatha have really turned up the heat here. They can sense a win, and they're going for it. Ball goes up, 45 out from Leongatha's goal. No one's really in control of the ball yet. It's bipping and bopping around in there, Boxer.
And the thing is, for the Leongatha side, if they get the win here this afternoon, what a huge win it's going to be. They've been 2 players down for most of the afternoon.
Big win.
2 of their best players defensively.
So Musel taps down, only as far as Aaron Heppel, who puts it inside 50, but it's intercepted by Sam Walsh.
Got to be brave, I think.
You have to.
They have to, and he is. He looks, straight through Dan Musel's hands, but he's got support. Best thing they can do is get a stoppage, and they will. And that's Gazara for the Tigers.
It's a nice play by Gazara. He only had Leongatha players up ahead of him, and he actually brought the ground to get a stoppage again.
So, another stoppage. Warren's in there, tackled by Musel.
Exactly what the Parrots want now. 17-minute mark, final quarter. The Tigers surely have to roll the dice and start to be brave. They trail by 14.
Absolutely, they do.
They're looking down, losing 3 in a row after starting the season, winning 2. Has a dumping kick from Gallier, goes down the line to Maskell. Maskell will just slow things up. Just hold on to it. Wait till he finds a teammate, and he's going to go back in the end. Tigers have to press up. They can't afford to give away too many uncontested marks here. Sovereign has it at half back for the Parrots. He's going to chip one inboard to Brett Tallenbrill. Too much lead rope from the Tigers. Close it now, or the game's done and dusted. Brill. And goes back to Sovereign, all on his own. Sovereign's got 2 or 3 options, and one of those is Maskell. 17.5 minutes and ticking. The Parrots have had 5 possessions. The Tigers haven't looked likely. Make it 6 possessions. They go back to Sovereign, unopposed. He goes back again. Make it 8 touches. Hold onto the footy. Take the time out of the game. The Parrots are smart and they're experienced.
And they're a team that can just hold possession and maintain possession as long as they need to till they know when to pull the trigger.
Nash finds Hume. Uncontested mark. Defensive 50. Make it 9 touches now. We've ticked over 18.5 minutes. Hume will wait until someone's open. Tigers have done okay now because it's a dumped kick down the line. They've got to win it back here, and they do through Mills. They've got to go. The Tigers have to move it quickly. Bailey's on if he goes. He goes inboard off the side of the boot. He's missed the target. Bowman's there. Don't argue. Gives it to Brill. Brill's got some open space. Has a bounce. Handballs over the top. Running onto it is Island. Does it sit? No. Back there is Burr. And now Linton just dumps it out to the wing area. He's got McDonald on. He's got a little bit of space. He can win it, McDonald. He's going to turn around on the handball. Back inboard was smothered. Now they win it back to the Parrots. Island gets it out wide. Bowman's out there on the left foot. And he chips it in over the top of the head of Lammers. Mills is there. They're going to go straight down the middle. Anderson gives it to Gazara. Gazara forward handball to McFarlane. Backward to Anderson. A kick to the wing. It doesn't hit one of the tools in Abbas. And Musel. Foot race there. Musel shuffles it back to Abbas. Good body work. Inboard, needs a handle to McFarlane.
Good hand.
This is their chance. Steps inboard. McFarlane delivers towards McDonald. Gets 2 bites. But he's going to be having a shot right on 50, and he's got 50-metre penalty.
Oh, whoa. Now that's a big moment in today's game.
Thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club, as McDonald will waste no time from point-blank range and get it back inside single digits. At 19-minute mark, the Tigers get one through McDonald.
And it was the perfect decision making by Isaac Abbas with a handball to release Berkeley McFarlane. His kick was absolutely pinpoint. And this is the beauty when you're playing front in clutch moments like this. You've got to be in the percentage spots, and these players just were then in that passage of play. So this could give the confidence to the Morwell players right now to know you play quick, you play in front, and you're going to get back into this game.
Margin 8 points at the 20-minute mark of the last quarter. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard has Leongatha 11-10-76, leading Morwell, who are now 10-8-68.
So Morwell need a clearance from this centre bounce. It's Abbas. Tries to whack it as hard as he can, misses the ball. We're going to get a repeat stoppage.
That's one of the things about Isaac's game in the past when we've seen him here prior. He can hit the ball forward, so this is what we really need in this dying moments of the game.
So they've moved about 3 metres towards Leongatha's goal. It's Big Betty Willis, straight out of the ruck. Goes inside forward 50. It's tapped on by Ireland beautifully to Pelicano. He's on the wrong side, but he's got a handball across
Heppel.
to Aaron Heppel.
Oh,
just missed. Just pushed it to the far side there, Box.
And Leongatha now 11-11, leading by 9 points.
And McCall out of the full back line for Morwell. They need to go quick here. They need to get people presenting. Abbas is one of those, but he's ignored. And Walsh goes to McDonald. And he looks to go again. Might be intercepted. It is, just. But Walsh, good enough to follow up the kick. Ball smothered there by Aaron Heppel smothered Judah lead kick. And we're going to get a ball up. It's players like Aaron Heppel that will just stand up in moments like this, and he just did. 2 rucks go at it, Willis and Abbas. Is that close to the back line? He's played a free kick.
Wow.
To Berkeley McFarlane against Bowman for an over the shoulder. McFarlane wastes no time, goes inboard. Josh Galea has the ball. Again, need to go. He's under very much a lot of pressure, and it's intercepted. It's that little bit of pressure that he was just under. Causes a turnover kick. Kim Drew has the ball. Kicks it long. Straight down the ground on the grandstand side. They're out. Aaron Heppel's going to gather. He's going to bounce. Score right in front of the scoreboard here at Morwell. He's going to centre the ball to Garnham. Can't mark. McCall there for the Tigers. Leongatha still in it. Ty Hall's going to pounce on the ball. Geez, the Tigers will be wanting a stoppage or a clearance here.
Free kick to the Tigers, no advantage.
And they were on to the Tigers. So critical call there by the umpire.
Free kick goes to Burt, 22.5 minutes gone. The margin sits at 9. Leongatha lead it. Out to Walsh. Walsh looks up. Anderson was on inboard, ignored. Goes over the top. He's got Galea. Can take the mark. Moves it quickly by hand to Anderson. Anderson's kick down towards the wing. They hold onto it. McDonald takes the grab. He's on the far side of the ground. He's probably 3 kicks away from the goals. Comes inboard to Anderson. There's no switch. They've got to move it forward. We're ticking on 23 minutes. No one on the mark, so he does play on. Drives it in. The big forwards will lead, but back with a flight is, guess who? Cade Maskell. Another intercept mark. How many marks today, Paul Carter?
That's 10, and 6 of them are intercept.
Cade Maskell's a star. Outlet kick, though, is an ordinary one. Galea takes the mark quickly. McFarlane gives a handball back to Walsh. Walsh looks up. There's no movement, so it's a dumping kick again. Big pack. Bailey there. Hillier chips a kick towards over the top of Gray's head. And the mark was taken by Hume. And now the Tigers need to switch into defence mode because we know the Parrots will hold on to it as they lead by 9. Outlet kick to Ty Hall.
So Ty Hall has it. Right in front of the deck. He comes inboard. Finds Forrester. Forrester spills the mark. Good enough to gather and get his kick away, but as far as Abbas, and Abbas juggles it.
Oh, he's
missed mark, but he's going to get a free kick. Very lucky.
Luckily, he's a fortune here, but the composure of Leongatha is what's really hurting the Tigers at the moment.
So Abbas, wobbly one.
Oh, it's going to work.
Finds Aiden Quigley for the Tigers. He's just outside 50.
Boyd Bailey and Nash in the goal square.
He's going to have to go a little bit quicker than that, because the Parrots will get numbers back. So he does. He drives the ball as long as he can.
Nash.
But it's marked by Nash for the Parrots. And they'll look to slow it up. They go far side of the ground. Can't quite see. All the way over there, it's Ben Harding. Finds Ty Hall. Ty Hall. What's the next move, boys? What is the next move? Does he dump it?
Oh, he plays on.
Takes on the man on the mark and just chisels one down the line, and it's spoiled over the line for a throw-in.
Just that composure, just that experience from the Leongatha side. They've maintained possession. They've won the ones that are one-on-one, and have just ran and ran and ran. The Tigers have done the complete opposite.
Parrots have taken 6 intercept marks this quarter.
25-minute mark, final quarter. Margin sits at 9. The Tigers need a spark. Leongatha want to hold it in. As Drew wins it from the stoppage, steps around Anderson, right foot kick, in it goes. Got the sit out the back is Mills, and Mills takes the mark, and looking for 50 there with the Tigers. Mills goes straight up the middle to Walsh. He's had a big game across that half back. He's got Burr on the outer side, finds him. Anderson's on his own. He's just got to get it to him, and he wobbles one. It's a poor kick. Ball in dispute. The Leongatha numbers have got numbers everywhere in the middle. Drew gave it to Argento. Fumbly little kick inside, might just work. Warren grabs it and has a ball up.
It's not their afternoon, Scard. They had everything to play for then, and it was just that miscued kick as Anderson comes off again with that shoulder.
Warren taps it down the back. Heppel works hard in a tight space, and a throw. Free kick will go the Tigers' way.
Last chance.
Judah Leake has it. Looks up. They've got to go down the middle. Abbas is there. Just got to get it to him. Where's the runners from Abbas? No one. They called play on now. Handball over the shoulder because he's under pressure. Rosato's there. Sold some candy. Gets around one. Handballs to Bailey. Gives it back under pressure to Rosato, who gets a free kick for holding the man.
Jeez, they've had some luck because their decision making.
Advantage will be played. No, it's going to come back. Rosato, 26 and a half minutes gone. They trail by 9. You sense they need one quickly. Short kick to Walsh. Walsh looks up. He's got Burr. Finds him by foot. Burr has to push back and go. And does now. No forwards. He gets around one. High wobbling kick. And downfield. The free kick's going to go Tommy Gray's way or McDonald. McDonald's got the footy. He wants it.
Yep.
So Brandon McDonald wants the footy directly in front.
He was in the vicinity, Darryl. That's enough for him to grab it.
40 metres out. Now it's going to go Tom Gray's way, is it?
The umpire has seen it. Okay.
27 minutes. They trail by 9. This to get it back to 3, but you sense time may run out. We've had 5 goals kicked in the quarter. Not many stoppages. Gray must kick it though. 45 on its way. He has put it through for a goal. The Tigers are alive just with a couple of minutes to go maybe.
They definitely are. Luck's of fortune again, and they've played their luck a fair bit this quarter as well. And because of a lot of fundamentals they've made, the errors they've made has been incredible. So luck's of fortune. They've just got to win it out of the middle here. I see Isaac Abbas, big punch forward. This could go right down to the wire.
3-point margin, and we're at the 27-minute mark of the last quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard has Maul now 11-8-74, just 3 points behind. Together 11-77. Centre bounce, so crucial.
What a game. Here's Daniel Hutchison on TRFM to close us out.
So you feel this may be the last centre bounce. It's Abbas off to Rosato, charging through. The big body midfielder gets the ball forward, goes inside 50. Big tackle laid on Forrester for Leongatha by Hillier. We're going to get another stoppage.
Look at the numbers flood back. Ireland's gone back.
Right at the top of Maul's 50-metre line. Abbas tries to punch forward. Doesn't quite come off. Berkeley McFarlane tackled strongly by Aaron Heppel.
So we'll get the enemy here will be the siren.
Yes, exactly, Box. The ball goes up again. Can they get one inside 50, the Tigers? Is there a free kick paid? No.
So there'll be a bit of Russian roulette now, you'd think, from the Tigers.
The Gathering will just look to clear the ball. The Tigers will want to get it deep inside forward 50. It's Ben Willis over Abbas, and we're going to get a fifth stoppage.
Can we run and punch forward? Come on.
Well, let's have a look at it. 29 minutes have gone, and it is a 3-point margin. The Tigers go at pace. There was McDonald left behind. McFarlane, Willis shuffles it out by hand. Free kick, Leongatha. And now they've got a man up the Tigers. It goes to Xavier Lammers. You've just got to find a number, the Tigers. Half back as Lammers will kick high. This is their chance. It's a contest. Down the wing it goes. Out the back. No one can mark. Cooling's there. Takes on a tackle up and gets wrapped up. We've got a stoppage at half back for the Tigers. Half forward for Leongatha. 29 and a half minutes gone. Box up.
That was their chance, Scud. I reckon that was their chance. Simon's going to beat them.
Who's on the move? Big tap. Out the back is Talon Brill. Tries to get around. Gets a handball out the back to Harding. He gathers it. A dumping kick is going to go towards Bowman, although McCall doesn't complete the mark. Second if it was good. Handball to the boundary line, and Argento says, I'll keep it in. I'll kick it over the top. The game's done because here's Gardam. Takes the mark. Siren sounds, and the Parrots, against all odds, with 2 down on the bench, win an absolute classic with a Garnham shot to come. They've won it by 3, maybe a little bit more. The Tigers have lost 3 in a row now after winning the first 2, and the Parrots bounce back after last week's loss.
And you can see what that means. The victory there for Leongatha. I don't reckon I've seen Trent McMicking pump the fist into the air like he did.
Jensen Garnham puts it through the middle and makes it a 9-point victory away from home for the Leongatha side. What a game of football. Standing tall, losing 2 before the half. A big win for the Parrots here at Morwell Rec Reserve. 12-11, 83 Leongatha have defeated the Tigers. 11-8, 74. It's Leongatha's day. They get one back, and we're going to take a quick break here on Gippsland Live. We'll have our Zambrero Goal of the Day contender and our Player of the Day as well. What a game of football in round 5 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. All thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland. Thank you.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terralgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terralgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info.
Time to take a look at the top 5 goals from round 4. At number 1, we kick things off with Trent Baldy here from Moe, just coming off the ruckman's tap nicely and finishing with a delicious snap.
Trent Baldy! Exclamation mark!
Number 2, Sheffers is back in the kitchen, cooking things up, comes off, gets the hand pass, then delivers a beautiful one.
48 metres, kick on its way. Kick is going through.
Number 3, a really silky, a really smooth balk by Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi. Just splits the middle. A brilliant goal. Number 4, Kim Drew here from Leongatha. This is just a good effort. Gets the would-be tackler away. Finishes with a classy snap.
Van Dyke will close. Got through the tackle, did Kim Drew, and good kick.
He's a star.
He is a great player. Kept his feet. Well done.
It's the bouncing Alex Carr here at number 5. Look at him go. 3 bounces, 4 bounces. Then he lines up. Goes bang. The boy from Maffra nailed that one.